On the air, we got baseball tonight, although it's not the Phillies, and we got to wait. This is a lull week where we got to wait for the season to restart and get focused on what the Phillies are going to be able to do. But the home run derby last night, the All-Star game is tonight. I love the All-Star game. I've told you many times before. I know many people could do without it. Many people could care less about it. I like it because it is the ultimate best pitchers trying to get the best hitters out. I mean, it's baseball in its purest form, right? The best against the best. I don't know what's not to like about it, and I love it. I love the pitchers usually have the edge, and it's usually a low-scoring game, but that's okay because good pitching beats good hitting. The home run derby last night, I was also into it. I like the home run derby. I was looking at the home run derby, and there were a couple things that stuck out to me that I didn't like. First of all, congratulations to Cal. I mean, that's unbelievable what that guy's doing. I never thought he would win the home run derby. I thought that all his home runs, Cal Raleigh, were fully kind of a fluke. But he's obviously a classic power hitter, and he wins it last night over a really good competition. My question was this. What was with the camera angle? Why did they have the camera angle behind the batting practice pitcher where you couldn't see where the ball was really going? You could see it off the bat. You kind of knew what home runs off the bat were going to be home runs, but you really couldn't track it even with the second screen that they had. Ray Dunn is with me today. Ray, did you think that was peculiar?
Very peculiar.
Why didn't they have it like behind the plate like it usually is?
I don't know, but the entire thing, I was not big on the screen setup. I understand it's tough to track a home run. It's tough to track that many home runs as it's happening so fast, but I did feel like I missed a ton of the action as it was happening.
It really was an odd choice. It's not like, listen, when you watch baseball, the center field camera is probably the best way to watch it. When a home run derby, you want to see the ball's flight. It's like, when you're behind a golfer. Like, they don't take the angle in front of the golfer. They'll take it from the side. They take it from behind to show where the ball's going.
Right. Which, again, just didn't make any sense yesterday. Of the number of things from that broadcast that I had questions about, that was up there in terms of the camera angle and the fact that I just couldn't, you just don't get to see a lot of the home runs as it's happening. You're just kind of, that looks like a home run off the bat. I'll count that one down.
Listen, if you're a seasoned viewer of baseball, you can tell which balls the trajectory is going to, way it's going to come off the bat, whether it's got a chance to go or not. A lot you couldn't tell, though. A lot of line drives that you thought weren't going to go out of the park actually went into the early rows of. But other than that, I like the excitement of it. I love the camaraderie of the Latino players. Man, they really group together and root for each other. They congregate. It's like us against the world. Did you notice that?
For Caminera, they were showing out. They were excited for him.
Yeah, they really were. And so I got to bring this up because I just don't get it at all. Why must we have Pat McAfee involved? Why? Why does he have to? Why do we have to have Pat McAfee as the circus barker of this whole thing? Can you explain this to me?
I have about 85 million reasons why ESPN has him involved.
Okay. Evidently, people like him.
No, I'm saying they're paying him that much. I can't tell you that I love
they're putting him to work because they're paying him that much?
Yeah. It's the same reason you get the same personalities on ESPN everywhere.
Can somebody explain him to me? What is the use of him doing that? What? Okay, I know he's got a show. I know a lot of people like it. I don't have to care for it at all. I don't care for guys like that and the way they're just barkers. And I don't have any time for that. But to bring him out there to circus bark the introductions, I go, what? I literally had to turn it off. I couldn't go through the introductions. I watched Law and Order until 8:20. And then came back. Is he gone? Yeah, he's gone. Oh, good. I got peace. There's something about that guy that rubs me the wrong way. What is it?
I don't know what it is.
You know me by now. You know his style. Why does his style clash with me?
I'll say that in my head last night as I saw the reaction to him doing the introductions, because I was driving home when it happened, and I started opening up Twitter to see the video of him doing the introductions. Yeah. In my head, I was like, Over under 2.5 segments before we hear about how Mike was just disgusted by
I saw
Matt
him come out to
McAfee.
do the introductions, and I went, "Oh, boom, I'm out." I could, like, he introduced James Wood first. I think I got like 7 words into his introduction for James Wood, and I go, "Boom, blown order," and I'll come back in the next commercial.
I mean, going back, you didn't like the Kelsey stunt down in CI. I think just like the I don't want broy. I think this is just not
the broy obnoxiousness is not my style.
It's not your thing. It's not your forte. I think you're pretty consistently across the board. Athletes that play to the everyman bro stereotype, you have a disdain for.
I really do. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work for me. In any event, let's move on to the news of the day. I can't even get this out without laughing. Paul George had an arthroscopic cleanup for an injury that he suffered working out. And here, are the Sixers cursed? No, the Sixers aren't cursed. It's incompetent management is what curses the Sixers. Incompetent management. Belief in certain players that seem to be ridiculous. And belief in players by certain fans that they think this team is going to rise through the East because the East is wide open. And you see, this is, again, the domino. That season isn't even a blink yet, and the domino has fallen. And I just sit here and I go, it's really not funny. It's gallows humor. But I can't help myself. I can't help but be amused by this whole thing.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry, Mike.
I guess it is. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. So I'm going like overboard. Oh, the Sixers are cursed. Your sister's cursed. All right? This incompetent management that believed in certain players and brought them back and assembled this kind of a lineup, they're the ones that are cursed. Their brains are cursed. And now we got to suffer through this again. We haven't even started yet. Paul George has an injury.
I'm just so exhausted, Mike.
It is. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. You're going to drag us through another season like this? Yeah, Mr. Owner, do you pay attention at all to what is going on with your franchise? Have you trusted the wrong people? Have you come to that conclusion yet? Because I have. It's sickening. In a town like this that we have to suffer through basketball seasons with this kind of incompetence. What, Mike? I don't know what you're talking about. VJ Edgecombe's great. Jared McCain's going to be great. Maxey's great. They're going to have a great backcourt. But all right, you keep believing it. They're dragging you through the mud again.
I got a notification today that my inbox is nearly full because I have so many medical updates from that PR staff inside of my work email right now. It is unbelievable.
He got hurt in a workout. A workout. So apparently nothing's going to happen in the regular season. He's going to be great in the regular season. He got hurt in a workout. You got to play 35 minutes in an NBA game. Oh, I can't. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Jalen Hurts as well. I just had to get those things off my chest. Jalen Hurts' dilemma. Is he a great quarterback or not? Because a lot of people don't think he is. I'll leave you with that as we go into the break, and we'll expand on that after this. 610-632-0975 is how you get on the text board or on a telephone call. Are the Sixers cursed? Yeah, they're cursed. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic. Show 97.5 The Fanatic. Well, I'm watching that O'Neal Cruz last night. Talk about a specimen. That dude. Holy mackerel.
513 feet, Mike.
How do the Pirates identify him as a prospect and nobody else? Like, how do the Pirates get him?
I don't know, Mike.
How did that happen? He's with the Pirates of all teams.
Well, the good news is, since he's with the Pirates, he won't be with the Pirates forever.
No, he will. There'll be a trade coming down the pike soon, as soon as they milk the free years out of him.
Wait. He was traded to the Pirates.
The
traded? Dodgers were the ones that signed him.
The Dodgers traded him for whom?
Tony Watson.
Who?
Tony Watson.
Tony Watson?
Cruz.
Well, he must not have been that good of a prospect early on.
Yeah, 2017. International free agent in 2015 he signed.
God.
Trade deadline 2017. He was traded for Tony Watson.
Tony Watson.
Who pitched. Talk about trading for a rental. He ends up being there for just the end of the 2017 season.
Oh, man.
270 ERA. 20 innings.
Brandon Marsh would call O'Neal Cruz. He's a unit. He's a unit.
He's actually a
He's
unit.
a unit. And I found out for the first time last night that he's named after Paul O'Neill.
Yes. I didn't
That's
know.
unbelievable. Paul O'Neill, of all people. He got named after.
20 innings of Tony Watson. You give up O'Neal Cruz. Not that the Dodgers are hurting, but it's funny. Look back on how that goes.
What a waste that he plays for the Pirates. All right, let me move into this subject here about Jalen Hurts. There's a story. What was the story that had him ninth? What was that on?
ESPN.
ESPN ranking the quarterbacks. This is by Jeremy Fowler. So I guess we can't quibble with the first couple, right? Because still Mahomes has the number one ranking. You agree with that, Ray?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You can't get past him. Josh Allen, number 2. No, I have no problems with that as well. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Those are the 4, really, that get most of this acclaim.
As they should.
Number 5 is Jaden Daniels. Now, you can't rank Jaden Daniels above Jalen Hurts. How? How do you do that? That's just a hot take. What did he do? The guy that you're ranking him ahead of won the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl, and he went to another one. Jaden Daniels gets Matthew Stafford gets 6. Justin Herbert gets 7. Jared Goff gets 8, and Jalen Hurts is 9. Now, you got to explain to me why this would possibly be, Ray. What am I missing here? Is Jalen Hurts a great quarterback or not? I mean, evidently people don't think he is. People around the league who cover the sport, even ex-players, why don't others apparently think he's a great quarterback?
I would guess, given the rationale that's given in this story, which was the execs, coaches, and scouts helping rank the top 10 here, it is a lot of whether or not they believe it is a passing-oriented offense, a Jalen Hurts-centric offense, is the one that can win with this team. That is what it seems to be consistently. They continue to throw that idea in the air. If you center things around Jalen Hurts, if this has to be driven by Jalen Hurts, and a year after Saquon Barkley runs for 2,000 yards, they win the Super Bowl, can you have the same amount of success? That seems to be the criticism that continues to come up and continues to be thrown at him.
Why isn't the same criticism for Lamar Jackson?
Why isn't it the same criticism for Justin Herbert?
Oh, yeah. Or Jared Goff. Like, these guys have not won. The other guy has won. How do you not get points when you win? How are you ninth?
5th and 6th have something in common with one another. They both lost to Hurts.
What is it that holds back people from giving the ultimate accolades to Jalen Hurts? And in fact, there might be some even within our own fan base. I don't get the groundswell of support for Jalen Hurts here. I think that we think he's a good quarterback. I don't think people think he's a great quarterback. We fight this battle on the air every day about Jalen Hurts. What is it about him that holds people back?
People afraid to be wrong about him?
I don't know. I'm perplexed by it. At one point, I doubted Jalen Hurts whether he'd be successful in this league. But the body of work shows me that he is. Now, here's the qualifier. He plays with a pretty good team. He's got a lot of help around him. But so do other teams. You mean to tell me Lamar Jackson doesn't have help around him? Joe Burrow doesn't have help around him with those receivers? Who else are we talking about? Josh Allen? Well, maybe Josh Allen doesn't have as much help. But is that what it is? That they look at Hurts and they go, well, he plays with a pretty complete team. He plays with a defense that gives him a good field position. He plays with tremendous skill players, maybe the best skill set in the whole league. Is that what holds them back?
I guess that's what holds people back from him. But, I mean, I don't think anyone's arguing him over Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, or Jackson.
Right.
So that four, you can move away.
He should be 5.
Yeah. You look at the next 4, and Jaden Daniels, if you want to say, hey, in 10 years, like over the next 10 years, who do you want? I could see you start to have the back and forth over Daniels and Hurts. Because you got Daniels on the rookie contract. You got what he was able to do in year 1. He's a few years behind him. That's the only one I could see the argument. If we're talking about the here and now, how you rank your quarterbacks, there's no debate
what I
for
mean.
me.
It's an absolute joke that you could put Jaden Daniels 4 spots ahead of Hurts. Well, what are we talking about here? It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not trying to be a homer here. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. Putting Jaden Daniels, Matthew Stafford, and Justin Herbert and Jared Goff ahead of Jalen Hurts. It's ridiculous. But something is holding them back with this guy. I cannot figure it out. Is it because he's so strange? Like, what is it? 610-632-0975. We'll explore your reasons after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A week from training camp, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We're a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd, open up camp on July 23rd. The team's sole open practice this training camp is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30, and then the preseason slate opens up earlier that weekend on August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We'll get you an update on him in the lead-up to training camp. The Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Yesterday, rookie VJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice. We'll let you know if he's going to play tonight. The MLB Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. Tonight, the All-Star Game starts at 8 o'clock. We will have live coverage of that of the Fanatic starting at 7 o'clock. This update is brought to you by the local Rheem Pro partners at thereemteam.com. When you want your home to feel like a dream, it has to be Rheem. Stay cool with a high-efficiency AC system from Rheem, R-H-E-E-M. Find your Rheem Pro partner at thereemteam.com. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Yesterday, Ray, for my take on Zach Wheeler
That he was.
opting out of the All-Star game. Well, let me just say it for the cheap seats. Wheeler opting out of the All-Star game was weak sauce. We have a tendency to think our players never do anything wrong because they're our players, and we like to cuddle them, and we like to give them a little noogie. Well, sometimes they do. And I believe Zach Wheeler snubbing the All-Star game was weak sauce. And I'll die on that hill. If you want to criticize me because you're pro-Wheeler and you think I'm criticizing one of your beloved players, that's fine. It's weak sauce. Sorry. You get selected to the All-Star game, it's about the fans. Sometimes you have to do something for other people than yourself. Guy lives down the street from the park, for crying out loud. Spend time with his family. Spend time with your family. You leave your house at 3 o'clock. You drive 10 minutes to get to the ballpark. You pitch an inning. You go back home. Really? Big sacrifice? You're not spending time with your family? In addition to that, I saw the Phillies' upcoming schedule. You know he doesn't pitch until next, when, Sunday?
Give him some time off.
They're skipping his turn to pitch Taiwan Walker on Saturday.
You guys pitched more innings of baseball than everyone else. Since
really?
2018?
He wanted to get ready for his second half of the season. He needs this break. So as soon as you come out of the break, you can't pitch?
Mike.
Well, no. Ray, stop. He needs 10 days?
If he's saying he wants 10 days, he's Zach freaking Wheeler.
Oh, he's Zach freaking Wheeler. Oh, okay. It's Zach's world. It's nobody else's world. It's not the team's world. We got to throw Taiwan Walker because he can't pitch on 7 days rest. He needs 10.
You were cool with him taking the extra time for paternity leave, right?
I'm not a big believer in maternity leave. No, he took a long time for maternity leave.
And you defended him when he took that paternity leave.
Did I?
Yes.
I defended a couple days. I didn't defend many days. He took a lot of days.
He did, and we had that conversation on the air, and it was cool at that point. If he wants a couple days out of the break to get ready, who knows his body better than him?
He's already got a couple days out of the break. He needs more? He can't. He's got a couple days out of the break to pitch on Saturday.
You're acting,
he didn't pitch a whole week. He had 7 days before he pitched. He needs 10?
You act like this is 2021 Corbin Burns who's going 5 innings a game.
I'm saying he needs 10 days?
If he wants 10 days, he can have 10
So you're going to throw that stiff? Because he needs 10 days, you're going to throw stiff and risk a loss?
That stiff is going to pitch at some point. He's one of your 5 starters right now.
Come on, man.
Who takes the bump more than anyone else in baseball?
So what did Bill really got into me, huh?
Yeah, Bill.
Mr. Baseball, I call him around here.
Billy Baseball.
Billy Baseball, yeah.
That's right.
Billy Baseball.
Yes.
Well, if Zach Wheeler doesn't want to opt out, he can. It's not sometimes Zach Wheeler's world. It belongs to other people. It belongs to the fans. It belongs to Philly fans who want to see him pitch. Now, most of the people aren't criticizing him because they love their little players. They hug their players. Oh, he can't do anything wrong. Sometimes players do something wrong, and I believe he did something wrong by opting out. No homer. Oh. I know you don't agree with me, right? It's all right.
No, I did 4 hours of disagreeing with you on this yesterday.
You and Billy Baseball. You can't think this to the second level of baseball. It's not about you sometimes. It's about others.
There was an all-star on that program yesterday that agreed with him.
Who?
Ricky.
Oh, well, listen. I don't know why Ricky would. Ricky's about as hard, old school and hard Scrabble as they come. I don't understand why he would not agree that he should opt out. You think Ricky would have opted out when he was an all-star?
I mean, Ricky got to do it at 96, which was pretty cool.
Did he opt out? No, he went. Could he have used the vacation? Probably. He went.
And Ricky knew? And what was that, the one all-star game that he went to?
Man, stop with this kid gloves nonsense. Let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Reggie in Walcott, Iowa. He's in Iowa today, our traveling truck driver. Reggie, what's up?
Morning, Mike. Good morning, Ray. How
Good morning. Doing? Good morning.
Walcott, Iowa, world's largest truck stop. And I think the best thing that I could tell you about it is it has the world's largest arcade machine, which is 2 games, Miss Pac-Man and Galaga.
What is it? Galaga?
Gallagher, the spaceship shooting the aliens.
Is that called Galaga?
Galaga. Yeah, Galaga.
Oh, okay,
Galaga.
Galag. Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Galaga.
So yeah, so
That one.
do you play a lot of those games?
That's the only one I would do is the alien spaceship.
Two
thing.
old school
That was
ones,
my
old
favorite.
school games, man. Yeah.
Yes, old school.
Yep.
Pat McAfee, I got a voice for you from. I don't know if his whole crew was out there.
No, his one guy was there. The one guy. First of all, I don't know who's on the show because I don't watch it. So he had one of his boys there helping him do the introductions. I don't know who the guy was.
Right. Former Packer A.J. Hawk.
Oh, I know him. Yeah. He's like the man. He's the mannequin in the window during the show. Yeah. Yeah, I know him.
With them, was let me do his voice. So like you sort of like, can you like sort of explain was that him?
Yeah, I don't know who the guy. It wasn't AJ Hawk. I know AJ Hawk was. It was some guy with a scruffy beard.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Because I've listened to a couple of the shows, and when that one person begins to overword a question with too many likes and too many sort ofs and too many.
Yeah, I got no time for whoever's part of that show. I got no time for. Yeah, I really don't. I like. Wait, what credibility? Where have they worked? What's their chops to be on a show like that? I go. Come on, man.
Right.
All right.
And then, is it insult to compare Daryl Morey and his 17 to the Keystone Cops or?
Yeah, not many people know who the Keystone Cops are. That's another old school reference, Reggie. But listen, they can't get out of their own way. They really can't. I've never seen anybody like. From what I understand, Maury makes all the decisions. It's a Maury production, and he doesn't listen to anybody, and that's the way it works. So I don't know. All I know is that they're in serious trouble. Okay, they're in serious trouble with errors in judgment. I think Daryl Morey has just chopped this whole thing apart. I don't know why he is still at the helm, and I'm disgusted by it, frankly. And we got the first domino. Well, two dominoes. We learned that Embiid has not begun basketball-related activities. Hasn't been on the court. And now Paul George doing workouts hurts his knee. Now, are you kidding me with this false the optimism that people show for the Sixers actually insults my intelligence. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo, and coming up at 2 o'clock on Unfiltered, which coach in the city of Philadelphia do you trust the most? With Eagles training camp.
Figure out why I wouldn't have put $20 on Cal Raleigh winning the home run derby last night when he was plus 300. Like, why would I not put a 20 on that? Like, what kind of an idiot am I?
I'm just
It's the favorite. It's the favorite. And the favorite's plus 300. You put 20 on it, it's a decent paycheck back.
Yeah. I'm just as big a moron as you are. With that one.
Seriously, you get fooled by all these other guys. You don't want the favorite. You want to bet somebody else, but throw 20 on the favorite just to cover your rear end.
Yeah, well, I was trying to coordinate with Jason because he's down at the All-Star game and making his flight back tomorrow. So we're trying to figure out when he was going to be on this week. And I just, out of curiosity, Hall of Famer, who's he going to take? He's like, I think I'm going to go with the switch hitting catcher. Foolishly, I was like, I don't know, man. I think I like Matt Olson.
Did he switch hit? I didn't see his at bat. I kind of went to bed.
This first one, I believe he gave us some right-handed swings. Because I think he gave you 8 and 7, like was the splits. Or
really?
No, he gives you guys I know more home runs than that. Like maybe 8-9 was like the split for him with the first one. But then I think he went fully left-handed by the end.
I got to say, what he's doing is fairly miraculous. He hasn't been known as a great hitter in big league baseball. All of a sudden, he got 38 on the board. What the hell?
He's Barry Bonds as a catcher. I mean, it's quite literally the only guy that's done that.
What did he hit last year? He hit 30?
30. Yeah, I think he's had like a 30 and a 34 home run season over the last 2.
30 and a 34 home run season. Now he's got 38 at the break.
It's insane.
We peeing in a cup here or what? What are we doing?
I mean,
like, wouldn't that be the ultimate thing? Like they.
It would be a shame. It would be but like you have to wonder how it happens.
It is. It's out of nowhere.
And he's only using the torpedo bat from the left side, which is I don't understand how it works.
I don't know, man. It's hard enough to hit a home run in big league baseball. He hit 38 by the All-Star break, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this guy's got all the pressure on him. He's the favorite. He's leading the home run chase at 38. Like the pressure on him in that situation, the batting practice pitcher has to throw perfect pitches. It's like there's a lot of pressure, and my man came through. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's also amazing. He was the one that ends up, like, I feel like with this setup of the home run derby, usually the more underwhelming semifinal winner is the one that wins. Like, Kenner only had to hit 8 home runs to get to the final. Meanwhile, Raleigh's got to outdo Cruz to get himself to the final. So I'm saying, he's going to get tired. That man did not get tired.
No, he didn't.
It was incredible.
Those swings, when you're slashing all your might at that through the zone, it takes its toll on you. Your upper body gets a little weary. Your legs get a little shaky.
And he still managed to make it happen.
He really did.
The big dumper, man. The big dumper.
Yeah, 610-632-0975. Let's get to our text board. We have plenty of texts here on various subjects. I'm sure Wheeler texts are still coming in. Like, you know what you're talking about. If he wanted a vacation, he deserves a vacation. And if he doesn't want to pitch Saturday, he doesn't have to pitch. Go ahead.
We got more on the Sixers, given the Paul George information that we got.
Paul George, is he hurt again?
He is. So we got, this is not organizational incompetence. This is organizational indifference. It's an absolutely disgusting display of ownership and leadership. The only way to solve this problem is to stop buying tickets and stop going. Otherwise, we will be stuck in this never-ending purgatory. Yeah. This is a laughingstock, the likes of the worst-run organizations in sports.
Nobody is going to stop buying tickets because they're going to tease. They got this exciting young player, and they got a backcourt, and McCain is coming back, and Maxey's still great. And if these guys are healthy, they can make a run to these. That's what you're going to get. That's the rot you're going to get. And if you want to buy it, then you can buy it. But we got the first 2 dominoes have fallen already. 1, the guy who has to stay healthy has not resumed basketball activities yet. 2, the guy who's supposed to stay healthy has now an injured knee again. Same knee, by the way. Which we all know, as he gets older, he'll get healthier. Next.
All right. Then we do have people chiming in with the Wheeler thing one more time here. We've got, totally agree with Mike on Wheeler. Back in the day, before internet, even cable, all that mattered, look forward to the baseball all-star game to see your guys play with guys from other teams. It was a novelty. I look forward to it every year, not any longer.
Well, listen, I'm still going to watch it, and I'm disappointed that I'm only going to see 1 Philly. I would have liked to see 2 Phillies. I would have liked to see Wheeler deal and strike out really good hitters. That would have been a nice moment for me or any Philly fan. So I understand that you're pro player all the time and you're anti-media hater. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, sometimes our players do something wrong, and it's okay to admit it.
Danny from Bucks County, I absolutely agree with Mike about Zach Wheeler. He should have absolutely been at the All-Star game. At least Mike can call him out. I'm so sick and tired of this homerism regarding Zach Wheeler, Jalen Hurts, and Bryce freaking Harper. Win something. As far as Jalen goes, the gods shined on him last year. Grow up, Philly.
Listen, it is a form of homerism when you have no reaction to Zach Wheeler opting out. It just is. Now, if you want to admit that to yourself, fine. Just admit it. You know, I don't go down the Homer road. I see things like I see them. And for me, there's no reason that he should have opted out. I think it's a selfish act. All right, what else you got?
He's the best pitcher in the league, Mike. If he doesn't want to pitch in a meaningless game, who cares?
Because they run the world. Players run the world. He's the best pitcher in the league. So he can do whatever he wants. The fans be damned. The All-Star game is only a production for the fans, but they don't count. Okay. Next.
Back to Paul George here. The worst thing about the Paul George situation is that we didn't want him in the first place. They forced him onto us, and now we're stuck with him, Mike and Ambler.
Okay. Well, let's harken back to when they acquired him and my reaction to that, what it was. Now, I'm a schmo. As I said, I'm the 17th assistant general manager who doesn't even have a seat at the table. I'm in the background next to the coffee machine. And I can tell you that this was not a good idea to put aging stars together who can't last the season. Now, not one of the other 16 at that table can say, you know what, Darryl, I don't know. I don't think he's going to get healthier, and he's getting older, and you don't get healthier when you get older. What are we going to be able to get out of this duo, this big three that you're trying to put together? Nary a contrary voice in there because Daryl Morey was going to make that decision. And look where we are. Isn't it wonderful? We're not even in August yet, and this is going on. The guy who has to stay healthy has not resumed basketball activities yet, right?
Partial on-court activities. Not full on-court activities.
Oh, my God. And they're going to bring them both along slowly. I can't take it anymore. More load management. More bring them along slowly. Why are you going to put us through another season like this? We deserve better. Oh. Let's take a break. Dalton in Havertown, we'll hang on with you. We'll get to you in a second. We're also going to have the audio of Bill and Ricky talking about Wheeler and probably ripping me, which is fine. That's okay by me. Mike Missanelli Show is on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A week from training camp, I'm done with this Fanatic Sports Update. We're a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd. Open up camp on July 23rd. The team's sole open practice this year is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30. And then preseason slate opens up earlier that weekend, August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco will host a special Birds Insider tonight on the Fanatic beginning at 6 o'clock, breaking down training camp. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent an arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We got an update on him in the lead up to training camp. The Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie VJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice yesterday. We do not know his status for tonight. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer big dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. Tonight, the All-Star Game begins at 8 o'clock with live coverage beginning on the Fanatic starting at 7. This update's brought to you by Dairy Queen, flying to DQ today for a cosmic collision of flavors in their new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat for a limited time. And don't miss Superman, only in theaters July 11th. DQ, happy tastes good. I'm Ray Dunn, the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic. 610-632-0975. All right, let's. So apparently, Bill. Actually, to Bill's credit, well, not to his credit, because he texted me yesterday at 5:11 saying, "Had to come after you for your Wheeler take." So he was trying to give me notice that he did. So apparently, he and Ricky had the opposite view of Zach Wheeler opting out of the All-Star game, and they probably ripped me in the middle of it. So let's hear the audio of my former good friend Bill Colarulo and Ricky Batalica.
A guy, especially a starting pitcher who has pitched the amount of innings that Zach Wheeler has pitched this season, who wants to focus on getting rest so that he can be ready for the stretch run for a team that has World Series aspirations, there should be zero criticism of this. I don't understand how we could be criticizing him. And I was listening later on in the show. I believe Mike called it a selfish decision. If anything, it's a selfless decision. Ricky, what am I missing here?
I don't get it. What is the big deal? Mike's acting like this is the World Series. This isn't anything.
Since when do we care about an All-Star game?
It is an exhibition. But one way or another, you're playing an exhibition game. Zach Wheeler doesn't want to go. Good for him. He's been to a couple others anyways. It doesn't matter for him. It's all cute and dandy until you actually have to do it.
But since when did we care?
I pitched in 5 games the week before. You think I wanted to go and pitch it?
Philadelphia Phillies.
Here it is.
Pitcher Ricky Batalica.
That was the 96 All-Star game right there.
I will tell you right now, I pitched in 5 out of 6 games that week. Before that, I was in no condition to be pitching in that game. I went and pitched. Why? Because it was at home.
It was in front of the Philly crowd.
If it was somewhere else, I probably would have gone and not pitched.
You would have gone, though. You would have gone. You didn't say you would have opted out. You would have gone because you was an honor, and it's not about the player. The All-Star game is for the fans. Yes, it's an exhibition put on for fans. Now, listen, it doesn't surprise me that Bill would have that take, because Bill has very few baseball instincts. He's a football barbarian who sometimes doesn't understand the intricacies of a cerebral game like baseball. Ricky should know better. Ricky is a member of the fraternity, however. So sometimes members of the fraternity are reluctant to criticize other members of that fraternity. That's what I'll say to that.
Ricky Bo, reluctant to criticize the Phillies?
Members of the fraternity. In specifically. A guy like Wheeler is not going to get criticized because he is an expert in the field. So it's tough to criticize him. I'm merely saying that people are missing the point of an All-Star game. It is not about you. You have been selected to play in an exhibition, which is a serious exhibition, by the way, because the teams are actually trying to win, and a pitcher is actually trying to get out a hitter, and a hitter is actually trying to hit a pitcher. It's the purest form of an All-Star game that you can have. And so when you opt out, it's like, the fans don't matter. Now, you may get around that by saying, yeah, the fans do matter because I'm trying to pitch for the Phillies and I want to be strong for the rest of the season. You would have been throwing anyway during your off days. You weren't going to miss a day of throwing. You would have had a bullpen session. You could have driven to the ballpark from your damn house, pitched 1 inning, got back in the car, and left. Don't give me this nonsense that he was entitled to opt out because he wanted to concentrate on the second half of the year. This is for the fans. It's not always about you. And as soon as every human being can start thinking that it's always not about them, we'd have a better society. Our players never do anything wrong. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. And I can sit here and I can criticize them. All right? There you go. Boom. You're listening to the Mike Missanelli Show. WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. You know what? Today we're going to also do, Ray? I'm going to rip off ESPN. They've been doing this 50 states in 50 days thing.
All right.
I want to do that in the 11 o'clock hour. When we talk about the subjects, I'm going to give you a state, Ray.
Okay.
And you would have to come up with 5 names. All right? This should be easy.
Depends on the state.
5 names. Now, I'll give you the rules for this. The rules are that if a person is indigenous to that state, that would get priority. Like if I say Pennsylvania and you go Rasheed Wallace, that would work. He would get points for also being a native of Pennsylvania.
Got it.
You got it? Otherwise, you just have to play for the state or going to college in the state or whatever. Any familiarity with that state.
Sounds good.
All right, so it's a wide open topic. It's easy. And people can play this at home.
All right, but I was thinking more like how I'm going to be tripped up by the Idahos, the Dakotas,
Well, yeah, I won't go there.
the Vermonts.
I won't go to the obscure states.
Got it.
I'll go to the most populous states.
So more like the 25 states in 25.
Right, 25 and 25.
Got it.
All right.
I was a little worried, No.
No. It's like Idaho. Like, who could you say for Idaho?
I don't know. That's what I was worried
Montana. Who
about.
could you say for Montana?
I don't know.
You couldn't even say
Wyoming?
Joe Montana for Montana.
Wyoming, I'm not familiar with your game. I've been there.
I promise I will not give you any of those kind of states.
I've been there, but I don't know a lot about you.
All right. 610-632-0975. Let's go to Dalton's been hanging for a really long time. Dalton, we appreciate you holding. Dalton from Havertown. You're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up?
Mike, Ray, what's going on?
How
guys?
are you, Dalton?
Doing well. I wanted to talk about the Jalen Hurts conversation, but while we're on the Zach Wheeler thing, I'm on the hill with you. If you're the best pitcher in the league, go out there, put it on display, and market yourself for that Cy Young.
Market yourself for Philly fans. That's all I'm asking. Philly fans have a sense of pride as one of their guys is performing in an all-star game. There's a source of pride there.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that one, Mike.
Thank you.
Jalen Hurts, I mean, I don't think the ranking was too far off. I had him at like 6 or 7. But, I mean, he's still the center point of this offense. The offense fires on all cylinders with him. And you got to think some of Saquon's success stems from the threat that he poses. I mean, he can beat you in the air. He's shown it. He can beat you on the ground. He's shown it. So, I mean, everyone around him is better with him on the field.
Why would you have him 6 or 7? That means you have somebody else at 5 or 6. Like, who would you have at 5? We went through the top 4, right, which are probably indisputable. But who would you put 5th? Because they have Jaden Daniels 5th. Would you put Jaden Daniels over Hurts?
Jaden Daniels isn't even in my top 10.
Okay, then who would it be?
10.
Who would be 6? Or who would be 5 and who would be 6?
Who's the top 4 again? Can you go through it?
Well, the top 4 were with Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, I got Jalen Hurts. It's tough to put him over Joey B, but
all right, so
he's got a better resume than him right now.
Well, no. Burrow's locked at 4. We're talking about the 5 spot here. You said he should be 6 or 7. So I'm curious to know, who would you have at 5 or 6?
I guess I'm putting Jalen Hurts in there at 5.
I guess you have to put Jalen Hurts at 5. That's where I was getting to. You said
he's better than Lamar. He's better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, so your first instinct,
like a DNA thing.
your first instinct was 6 or 7. So I wanted to press you on who you thought should be 5.
And not to mention, he's now beat the number 1 quarterback twice. He's outplayed him in the biggest game twice. Now.
There you go. So can we come to an agreement? He should be 5.
I got him at 5, Mike.
All right, Dalton.
To the standard, you win.
Dalton got Brown. Because really, when you think about it, you go, no, he should be 6 or 7. You go, oh, well, wait a minute. After the first 4, who would be 5? You go put Jaden Daniels 5? You go put Jared Goff 5? You go put Justin Herbert 5? All these quarterbacks that this story put ahead of Jalen Hurts? Why?
I don't know. I don't know why you put anyone above him at 5.
By merit, even if you don't look at his glistening skill set, by merit he should be 5 right now.
Yeah, I mean, just by what these guys have accomplished. Mahomes stands on 1 because all the Super Bowls and the fact he's still going to Super Bowls, and even though he had, didn't have the ending he wanted this year, I'm not knocking him off the ledger there. Allen and Jackson have been MVPs. I mean, they've shown you what they can be.
Yeah.
They've carried you. They've run into Mahomes in the league. And Burrow gets the bump because he's the only one in that side of the league that's beaten Mahomes to get himself to a Super Bowl.
All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for Let's Fake a Deal.
It might be a bullpen pitcher. It could be an outfielder. Or what if it's both? Let's find out on Let's Fake a Deal. Here's your host, the 17th Assistant General Manager of the Phillies, Mike Missanelli.
Yes, I'm the one getting the coffee for everybody. Today's deal, Let's Fake a Deal, the object is, would you do this deal? Yes or no, why or why not? Today's deal is courtesy of ESPN's David Schoenfield. The deal would make the Phillies acquire Byron Buxton, who had a really good showing in the Home Run Derby last night, currently sporting a .925 OPS with 21 home runs on the year. Very good defensive center fielder, two-time All-Star. The Phillies acquire Byron Buxton. The Twins would get, yes, the Phil's number one prospect, Andrew Painter, and Justin Crawford, the Phil's number 3 prospect. Byron Buxton would help the Phillies immensely. Well, would you trade Andrew Painter and Justin Crawford for him? Would you do this deal? Why or why not? 610-632-0975 is how you get in and record your vote on the text board. Ray? My first instinct is hell no. Hell no. I can't. Listen, if I'm not getting a relief pitcher also in return, I only solve one of my problems by getting Byron Buxton, and I give away my top 2 prospects.
My initial gut instinct is also hell no. I'm not doing this deal. I think we had the Buxton conversation a week or 2 ago. Listen, in a perfect world, if you could acquire him, I'd be interested in it, but we don't live in a perfect world. The guy has been a walking injury his entire career. We've had the conversation on this show already today about guys not getting healthier into their 30s. He's a guy into his 30s who's been injured in his career, and if I'm giving away my top 2 prospects, I'd like to think that the guy I acquire is going to make it to September and not have to worry about him being healthy come October. I can't give away 2 of my top 3 prospects for a walking injury.
Okay, suppose they throw in a 100-mile-an-hour relief pitcher from right-handed.
Now all of a sudden you got me intrigued, Mike.
All right. So if we expand the deal, because I think David Schoenfeld came up a little short in this deal. I think that's a lopsided deal for the Twins. But if the deal also included a right-handed hammer, are you in? Giving up Painter and Justin Crawford.
And the right-handed hammer we're talking about here would be thinking Durant?
Yes. Durant.
I think I have to be in, Mike.
All right. So let's change the deal then. Because I think you have 2 votes. This first, let's fake a deal. Buxton for Painter, Justin Crawford. Your opinion on that? Would you do it? Why or why not? But if we added Durant in this deal, Buxton and Durant for Painter and Justin Crawford, solving 2 weaknesses, would you do it? Now, keep in mind, I know you don't want to give away prospects, but those 2 players would be the difference, maybe, between winning a World Series and not.
Yeah, Durant makes it much more enticing for me.
It will be interesting. It will be interesting to see what people say about this. 610-632-0975. That is today's Let's Fake a Deal. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Back after this.
Andrew Salciunas.
Team Mike Missanelli Show. 97.5 The Fanatic. 610-632-0975. I did hear a take on the morning show today, which I think is worth a little conversation here. John, I think, was saying that the Phillies don't have the clutch players that they need to get stuff done, as opposed to the Eagles, because of what Hurts has done. Now, I will try to put this in perspective here. The Phillies not having clutch players, I don't know if you can say that because it's baseball. It's tough. You don't have any help in baseball. Like, Hurts has help to achieve. He's got an offensive line that blocks. He's got skill players that make plays for him. He's got that supporting cast. Football is way different than a baseball. When you step in the batter's box against a pitcher trying to get you out, if you fail, does that mean you're not clutch? Or is it just baseball?
I mean, I think part of it's just baseball. Like, I can't expect you to succeed over.
You don't have any help. You don't have an offensive line blocking for you, so you can hit a double. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's mano a mano. So if a pitcher is better than you that day, it doesn't make you non-clutch. You're trying to get a hit. You're trying to do your best to get a hit. Nobody wants to not get a hit. So I don't know that you can make a statement that the Phillies don't have that one clutch guy that can take them over the top. They have in the past. Bryce Harper has certainly taken them over the top in the past in a playoff situation. Now, when it got to the nitty-gritty, they didn't come. They didn't get it done for the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't done it until you do type of deal with him. Like, I understand some people being annoyed with the last couple games of the NLCS, the last couple games of the World Series, and obviously what happened last year in the LDS and all three series in which they lose. But Harper, if you want to say that he hasn't produced in the postseason, his postseason OPS would be one of the best in postseason history.
It is. And just because they would lose 2 games at home to the Arizona Diamondbacks or losing 4 games to the Mets does not mean they're not clutch. It just means that the pitching was better than them that day.
I mean, they've had flaws exposed in terms of their approach.
Yeah,
I think the book
true.
has been out on them.
True.
And their inability to adjust in those times is infuriating. But I think I can't necessarily make the football comparison because I don't think it's so much of a mindset as much of it is just the nature of the sport. Like Bryce Harper, Jalen Hurts, if he throws an interception, like he threw the interception in the Super Bowl, the next time the Eagles have the football, he's going to have the opportunity to make up for it.
Exactly.
Bryce Harper will have 3 more opportunities if he strikes out with the runner on to make up for that within the game. And if he goes 1 for 4 in that game, it just happens to be the one hit wasn't timed correctly.
Right.
It's just more nature of the sport, byproduct of the sport.
So if you run a nice pattern, a slant pattern, A.J. Brown is a slant pattern, Jalen Hurts hits him, that's an open pass. If he misses that pass, then he's at fault because it's open. He should be able to deliver the football, right? The same, if you pop up a fastball, the difference between where that pitch was and where it hits your bat is so minute that it could turn into a pop-up, and you missed the fastball. It's not necessarily your fault. It's just that the pitch was better than you in that particular situation. Now, if you swing and miss the ball right down the middle of the plate, that's your fault.
Yeah, and there's some guys on this team that have not shown up, like in big moments, and have not shown up for them in the postseason. So it's not necessarily everyone's excused from the Phillies. You all are fine. It's okay. It's baseball. I just think to take I think his idea off of this was he saw the picture of Hurts with Jordan and started thinking about Jordan's mentality and started thinking about that. To me, I don't look at that and say, oh yeah, the Eagles have that in Hurts and the Phillies don't have it. I say, good job on Hurts for showing up when he has for this team. The Phillies haven't won for a number of reasons, and also the two sports are so different that I don't necessarily see the cross-sport comparison in mentality.
I totally agree with that. And it is football. You have a lot of help around you, man. Baseball, it's you against that pitcher in that moment, and you don't have any help. You don't have that batting coach help. You don't have. You may be doing all the study you want, and still, if it's the pitch that beats you, you got no choice. You got no chance to get a hit, and it's not your fault. you're trying to get a hit. It's just so damn hard to get a hit.
Yeah, and I know Dylan was run through Schwarber's stats in the series that John was bringing up, and like the Schwarber's numbers, like an OPS is something like 900, and Harper in October is 1,000. Like we can make numbers dance to say what we want about these guys. To me, Harper, by and large, the postseason has given you a ton. Now, have they gotten over the hump with him? No. How much has that been him? How much a season ago was it the lineup or the fact the bullpen was historically bad in that 4-game stretch? Like there are so many elements that go into this than just Hurts has won a Super Bowl. He's got the mentality. These baseball players don't have the mentality. I think it's
I
apples
just look
to
at it
oranges.
like this. If a pitcher makes the right pitch, you can't hit it. The pitcher's always in charge. If he makes the right pitch, it's really tough to hit it. All right. We have plenty of text on Let's Fake a Deal. We have a couple calls that are anti the deal, even if we include a relief pitcher in it. So we'll see what Kevin and Anthony have to say. 610-632-0975. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A week from training camp, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We are a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd and open up camp on July 23rd. The team's sole open practice is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30, and the preseason slate opens early that weekend, August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco will host a special Birds Insider tonight on the Fanatic at 6 o'clock to get you set for training camp next week. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We'll get an update on him in the lead up to training camp. Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie BJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice yesterday. We'll keep you updated on his status for tonight. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. And tonight, the All-Star Game starts at 8 o'clock with live coverage on the Fanatic beginning at 7. This update is brought to you by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
0975. We got a deal of the week going on right now. The Fanatic deal of the week is Storybook Land. That's right. You get a ticket to Storybook Land for half off. How many of us have never been to Storybook Land? Oh, it's the tradition. Located in Egg Harbor Township on your way to the shore, Storybook Land is a great destination for family fun, rides and attractions inspired by classic children's stories. Get this exclusive offer while supplies last on our website, 975thefanatic.com/deals. Storybook Land, ticket for half off right now. All right, we're getting back to the let's fake a deal situation. The fake a deal was Byron Buxton for Andrew Painter and Justin Crawford. We have added, however, another part of the deal. Byron Buxton plus Duran, the relief pitcher who throws hard for Painter and Crawford. So both deals are on the board. Would you do them or not? Let's go to Kevin in Levittown. Kevin checking in. Kevin, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
First time caller.
Thanks, Kevin.
So I didn't hear the second part of Duran. I was on the call on the hold, but still the Buxton thing. I mean, I've been doing fantasy baseball my whole life. I don't think the dude's played over 80 games ever. Like if you go down, he's just injured every single year. I think the most he's played was 140, and that was in 2017. So he's just 60 games, 40 games, 80 games. If you look up his track record, it's awful. I don't want to. I mean, that's two of our top three prospects. Where I know you can't predict injuries, but his track record is not very good.
Well, you're forgetting one thing. He's healthy now. We're talking about this season, right?
But last year he played 100 games, and I mean, you don't want to get to that 100 mark. And I know it's hard. You can't predict it. It's just, man, it would really suck if you don't finish the season out and then you lose Painter and then you really this is your season. This is what you really.
All right. So let me just throw it this way. I'm playing devil's advocate with you. Are the Phillies good enough without that deal to win the World Series?
No, this year, no.
Okay.
No,
would they be good enough if they added Buxton and a relief pitcher named Duran?
Yeah, I like Duran.
Okay,
I mean,
so you're not doing it for Buxton, but if they threw in the relief pitcher, you would trade Painter and Crawford.
Yes, I'd have to sit on that overnight. I mean, that would be very difficult because
you don't have overnight, Kevin. I'm asking you right now. Right now, you got to do the deal. There's a deadline on it, or it goes away.
Yeah, I know you can't predict injuries, and the fact that he is healthy, it just sucks because he never stays healthy. But it would be a great piece in our lineup. It really would.
He would be your starting center fielder. You could then platoon in left field, and you got another hammer coming out of the pen. So Painter and it would cost you Painter and Crawford.
I'll say yeah. I want to jump back on something you said last week.
All right, go
ahead. The Ranger situation. I mean,
yes.
Are we keeping him? I do not want him to walk. But like, do we have zero shot to pay him? You think, or what do we think?
I think you have zero shot to pay him. You can't have.
But do you move him? Like,
well, that's an interesting question. He would get you a lot as a rental, and then if you traded him, you could actually, if you want to re-sign him as a free agent, you probably could make a move to do that if he wants to come back here well enough.
I know trading Ranger just sucks. I mean, because he's so good and would help in the postseason. But it's like, man, I don't want him to walk either.
You would have, I would think you would have to trade him to a team in the American League because you wouldn't want him pitching against you.
Definitely American League, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a contender.
Plenty of teams that need him. A good left.
Oh, there's no question no question that he's marketable.
Yeah, but all right, I appreciate it.
All right, Kevin, you got it. So there you go. So he was softened up by the second deal, the one we added, Ray.
Yeah, it's funny how much Buxton's injury concerns go away when Duran comes into the conversation.
Here's the thing that you have to remember. First blush, we don't want him because he gets injured a lot. Yeah, he does. He has really had a problem with injuries. He was the second overall pick in the draft way back when he was drafted, right? So he has always been a premier talent. So you get some injured. And then you got to ask the second question. Can you win without that deal? Or any deal? In their current form, you're lacking. So does it really matter if he has injury history?
Oh, I think it matters.
Does it?
Yeah,
for this year?
So far this year.
Well, you're thinking he could get injured this year?
Yes.
So
the guy has been
all right. So
glassware through his career.
Okay, so that would maybe give you second thoughts on whether you would do this deal anyway.
Correct. Oh, the only way I'm doing this deal is throwing Durant in there.
So you would do it with Durant?
I'm still, like he said, I think that caller was right there with the. I would definitely be laying awake at night, staring up the ceiling like, can I justifiably do this to myself?
Okay, but that's really not the question. Because the question is, you're not good enough to win without it. You could be very well good enough to win with the deal. And you cross your fingers he doesn't get hurt the rest of the year. I mean, he's not made of glass. He is a human being, and he seems to be healthy right now.
He absolutely is healthy right now. Mike, I will tell you, I don't know that caller. I've never met that caller in my life. I felt a kinship with that man when he talked about playing fantasy baseball. And I got my buddy who has had Buxton pretty much every year. And I feel like every year I throw $5 in the shredder with him to put on Buxton winning American League MVP because he's got the talent. I believe in the talent of Buxton. There's a reason why he's an all-star. There's a reason why he was in the home run derby. The guy is talented. It's just it feels like every year once he gets it going, 15-day IL.
Okay.
This guy's down for it.
He played 102 games last year.
And what, we're closing in on that number right now?
78.
So
he's played 78 games.
Yeah, all right, 78. So and now looking at the numbers here, if we get...
He's never had more than 462 at-bats.
That's what I'm telling you,
Mike. Most of the time
Mike.
it's been
it's terrifying.
less than 300. He's been in the 300s.
That's
the last
why
few years.
If you're giving up Painter, who I know Colby on our YouTube chats, they're not giving up Painter. There's a good chance they're not giving up Painter. But in this example that ESPN throws out here, they do go the extent to give out Painter. I would be staring up this ceiling late at night, pondering, can I give up my top pitching prospect for a return that includes a guy that's now into his early 30s that you mentioned hasn't gone over 500 plate appearances?
He's hitting 280.
He's gone over 500 plate appearances.
All right,
once.
just look at it this way. He's hitting 289. That would be second on the team. He's got 21 home runs and 56 RBIs. That would be second on the team.
And he hits right-handed.
And he's a right-handed bat.
I'm just saying, the last time he had 500 plate appearances in a season, Max Kepler has more recently hit 30 home runs.
Yeah.
That's just the thing that scares me.
His OPS is 925.
Mike, you don't have to sell me on the talent. I want to send this man an invoice for all the times I've bet on him to win MVP.
Again, we go back to, can they win without a deal like this? And you go, well, no. Then you got to, take the chance that he's not injured, basically. Now, if that's going to hold you back from making the deal and there's not another deal available, you don't win.
And I get that.
Okay.
But you're telling me this is the deal on the table. If it was just Buxton and these top two prospects, I still am not doing it.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Durant in there, now we're talking a whole different ballgame.
Okay. No, you're right, because you only solve one of the problems that you have. You have a problem in the bullpen. You have a problem in the outfield. Let's go to Anthony in Rio Grande, New Jersey. Wildwood area. What's up, Anthony?
Hello, guys.
How you doing?
Listen, I just want to say thanks. I recently switched over to your station from that other junk, and it's a breath of fresh air that you guys talk about baseball.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Spread that to your friends in Rio Grande, will you?
I am. Buddy.
All right.
Believe me.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you, I wasted so much time listening, talking about Joel Embiid. Who cares? It's July. Anyway, as far as this trade situation goes, there is no way in the world that I am giving up Justin Crawford. He should be on the team. He should be on the bus and in the starting lineup on Friday. Buxton is a walking time bomb. He's been in the league 9 years, and the most he's ever played was 140 games at 23 years old. The guy is just
fragile.
He's super talented, but I will guarantee he will be hurt before the end of the year.
All right, so you're not doing the deal.
No, I can't do the deal.
All right.
With the pitcher.
All right, let me ask you this. If they bring up Justin Crawford, does that get him anywhere close to a World Series championship?
Closer to where they are now, but they could make other deals. There are other pitchers out
Okay.
There are other.
So you're saying
there
the
are other
solution is not to trade for an outfielder. You already have one in your system. You would trade for a relief pitcher and concentrate on that.
I think they need at least 2 relief pitchers.
Okay. So, but Painter to you is untouchable, or would you trade Painter?
No.
He's
I
not
would trade
untouchable.
Crawford is untouchable to me, and he's the only one.
Interesting. Okay. All right, Anthony.
Let me just make one more point.
Go ahead.
If they kept Hoffman and Estevez, where the hell do you think they would be right now?
I don't know because Hoffman hasn't been that good. Really?
What?
Hoffman has not been that good.
He's got 20-something saves.
He does? What's his ERA? What's his ERA? His ERA's been pretty high.
But Mike, you have 1 or 2 bad games as a reliever. Your ERA goes through the ceiling.
Well, he started off real rocky, so maybe he's pitching better now.
Well, or you'd rather have Romano? Come on.
No, I wouldn't. But Hoffman started to leak at the end of last year. I don't know what my confidence level in Hoffman would be. Estevez has pitched well, I guess. I don't know. Would they be more complete? Probably.
I'd feel better.
Yeah,
for sure. The Hoffman one, though, as much as we want to rip them for Hoffman, and he does have a 5 ERA right now, thanks to a very shaky May. So many teams ended up looking at his physical and saying, I don't know about that. Am I going to blame the Phillies for being the only one?
Yeah, no, a lot of other teams were afraid of him.
So
all right, 610-632-0975. We have a ton of text. We'll get to the text. We have open lines right now. And on the other side, we're going to start our 50 states in 50 days, which has been reduced to like maybe 25 states in 10 days. The Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Ricky Bo, Bill Colarulo.
40 Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic, 610-632-0975. Let's get to our text board. A lot of text on Let's Fake a Deal and other subjects. What do you got, Ray?
All right, let's start with Robert in Camden. If they're throwing in Duran, I'm in.
Duran. Save it for the morning after. Oh, don't say prayer. All right. You know Duran?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't know if I was over your head with that one.
No,
So
I
you
got
throw
the
in
reference.
Duran, you got it. I like it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I like it.
I read the text for a reason.
Okay,
Felt like it was
What
topical.
What else you got?
Another texter chiming in here. First deal is an absolute no. Second deal, yeah, I'm probably going to do that bleep.
Ooh, Bob Painter and Crawford, number 1 and number 3. Who's number 2 prospect? Miller?
Miller, I believe.
Miller's 2? Justin Crawford's 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Painter for Buxton and Duran. But Buxton not for Painter and Crawford.
Painter and Crawford
for Buxton and Duran.
That's the deal that a lot of people are saying they're doing. Tom from Lansdowne included with a relief pitcher. Hell yes. When you have 2 World Series since 1883, it's a huge yes. P.S. Remember Dominic Brown? Dominic Brown catching a stray here today.
Yeah. Okay. Justin Crawford's the center fielder, though, so that's important. They don't have one. Excuse me. They have a Versace belt. I apologize. They got Versace belt.
You rooting for him to go at the deadline?
Who, Rojas?
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him to go to AAA. He's got to learn to play the game. He doesn't know how to play the game.
So he's got a redemptive arc with you. You would keep him in the organization.
Yeah, at least you get him some at-bats where he can get some confidence that he can be a hitter. All right, what else you got?
All right, we got Chris from Plymouth Meeting here. Hi, Mike. I would take the deal if we get both players. Are they rentals? They under team control for additional years? That's an important consideration. They are under team control.
They are under team control.
That is why you're giving up those guys.
Yeah.
We got an unnamed texter here, first-time texter. I vote no. We've seen this before with Ruben Amaro Jr. emptying the farm system in chasing a World Series.
Well, listen. Emptying the farm system, you're really not. They just drafted how many players? The Major League Baseball draft went 20 rounds, and then they signed free agents and whatever. So they signed 50 players a year and put them in their system and stash them in their system. You could always grow more prospects. They're like perennial plants. They come back every year, right? And sometimes they come back better. That was pretty good. Go on top of my head. Perennial plants. Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, Ray. It is now time to play 50 states in 50 days. So the first state I'm going to give you is Texas. And just to see how our minds work, you'll give me your 5. I'll give you my 5. Texas. What do you got?
I feel like I'm just going to roll through Texas quarterbacks here.
Okay.
Ewers from this past season, Quinn Ewers.
You're going Quinn Ewers, huh?
I'm not giving you my 5, the first 5 that come to mind.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Sam Ehlinger declared Texas back, so you got to go with Sam Ehlinger.
Sam Ehlinger. Okay.
Arch Manning this year, going to get them the chip.
Arch Manning. You're going to all these new school guys. Texas has a tradition.
It does have a tradition, and it's funny when I go with these guys because these are the guys that jump to my mind first.
Okay.
Try to think. Who else amongst the Texas crew could I go to? I mean, in terms of representing Texas, I feel like the Cowboys are the most noticeable brand.
Yeah.
So, like, Aikman, Smith, Irvin, like.
All right. Here's who I have. Aikman. Irvin. Vince Young.
Oh, there you go. That's a name.
Juan Gonzalez. And Pudge.
Pudge. That's a good one from you.
That's not a bad 5 right there.
No, it's not.
You went all these new school quarterback types.
Yeah. Well, Texas,
you could have gone Colt McCoy.
I could have went Colt McCoy. When I think, like, when you say Texas, I think the most recognizable brand for me with Texas is actually Texas football.
Yes, and that's why I went Vince Young.
Right. Which, of all the Texas quarterbacks, is the logical choice.
How about you go Ricky Williams?
Could go Ricky Williams. I think in Texas, though, the college football, Cowboys, and then everything else there. Like, are we going? Could you go James Harden?
You could. That's not a bad one. James Harden. If your mind can process all the sports at once that are in Texas, you'll come up with Dallas. You'll come up with Houston. You'll come up with San Antonio.
Tim Duncan.
You could go. Popovich would be a great one to come out for Texas. Right?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I mean, with all the sports teams they have down there, the fact that the first thing that comes to mind, I guess, is the university is more in the name.
Yeah, you went University of Texas, which is really interesting. But, you got the Rangers. You got the Cowboys. You
Nolan
got the
Ryan's
Mavericks. You could have gone Dirk.
Could have went Dirk. Could have went Luka.
You could have gone Pop.
Is it too soon for that?
You could have gone Wemby.
Could have gone Wemby. We got Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan, excellent. Nolan Ryan, the obvious ones.
Oh.
Will not hit your mind so far. Go ahead.
INS.
Who?
INS on our YouTube chat. Johnny Football. Johnny
Manziel. Of course. You go at Texas A&M. You can go Texas Tech. Texas is a monster state.
It is.
For names.
Which, when you say Texas, I just start thinking Texas quarterbacks.
I'm going to give you one more. Not technically a state, but Washington, D.C.
Can I go Georgetown in here? Can I start going the Georgetown route of this?
No, can't do Georgetown.
Why not?
They're not really in Washington, D.C. They're in Georgetown.
I stayed at D.C. when we played Georgetown. All right. Fine. Go D.C. Well, then do we want to count the Commanders?
Of course.
No, they're in Landover.
No, you got it's called the Washington football team or Washington Commanders.
All right. I'll go Theismann.
That's the first one I thought of, Joe Theismann.
Daniels is on the top of the mind because of the conversation we've had today.
All right. I went Bradley Beal.
Durant is a D.C. native, if I'm
Kevin Durant is a D.C. native.
Yeah.
Now, you could have gone Texas with Durant.
I could have went Texas. Oh, I could have went Texas with Durant. Durant could fit in a lot. At Houston now.
John Riggins.
John Wall.
John Wall.
John Wall was perfect age. That dance, I was at the perfect age for the John Wall. Who else from
Wes
DC?
Unseld.
Wow. Not
Old
a name
school.
that came to mind for me.
What
RG3?
What Washington Wizards come to mind?
They've been so bad through my lifetime of watching them. The Beal Wall years at the top. Otto Porter, when they were making the playoffs with
Right,
Wall.
it's really tough to come up with Washington Wizard.
Yeah. I mean,
You could go way old school with Washington Wizards, but if you stay new school, they're hard to come by. That's why Beal was the first guy that popped into my head.
Russell Westbrook, right? Was he?
Yeah.
Was he in?
Yeah. Did he play for the Wizards?
Who played for them that year that got bounced by the Sixers?
Wow.
The year that Sixers lose to the Hawks was the Russell Westbrook year.
Really?
With the Wizards.
I don't even remember him playing
2021
for the Wizards.
Yeah. I just remember I watched that. I was such an outsider. How
about Gilbert Arenas?
Oh, Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, you got to go Gilbert.
That Wizards Sixers series. I was living in a small town in North Carolina that summer, working in summer ball. Went to the bar down there and asked to put on the NBA playoffs. Not happening.
This is a more difficult assignment than I thought, because it's tough to really go through the process of all the sports in the state. We'll have fun with that. 610-632-0975. Get back to the text board, what they're saying about this. Mike Missanelli Show. It's right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A week from training camp, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We're a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd, open up camp on July 23rd. Team sole open practices Sunday, August 10th at 6:30, and the preseason slate opens up early that weekend, August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco will host a special Birds Insider tonight at 6 o'clock on the station to get you ready for training camp. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent an arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We'll get an update on him in the lead-up to training camp. Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie VJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice yesterday. We'll keep you updated on his status for tonight. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. Tonight, the All-Star Game is at 8 o'clock with live coverage on the Fanatic starting at 7. This update is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. Whether it's a police car, tow trucks, roadside worker, or a disabled motorist on the side of the road, please remember to slow down and move over. New Jersey. Lives depend on it. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Things going on. We got Let's Fake a Deal, and we got 50 states in 50 days going on. We got some Jalen Hurts talk, and of course the Zach Wheeler thing continues because I get ripped by my good friends on the Unfiltered show yesterday. My good buddies, Bill Colarulo and Ricky Vitalico.
Good buddies or former buddies? You did introduce him as a former friend.
Boxing my stance on Zach Wheeler. When my stance, it's interesting how sometimes people can not be for the fans. Like, it's all about the athlete. Like, I sit here every day and I pour out my heart to stick up for the fans and whether the fans are being put upon. And I believe in this particular situation would have been really nice for Philly fans to see their guy in an all-star game. But apparently I'm the enemy because professional athletes can do what they want. They can just blow off responsibilities because it's all about them. It's their world and we're just kind of walking through it. So excuse me for having the back of the fans, right?
It's a very nice way to put that. Very nice cushion to sit on.
My good friends, Bill and Ricky. So, there they are. I still Bill peeping his head through the window.
Oh, he stopped in the studio.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He wanted to say hi.
Oh, he did. Okay.
We got to stop. I like the people that work here. When we are live on the air, people, I understand. I'm sitting here. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not technically the one that's always on the air, but, like, get out. Get out. You're doing it again. Get out of my studio.
Yeah. They just barge in.
All the time.
Yeah.
Everyone just stops in. You know, I like seeing you people. We have breaks. We got 1 million of them per hour. Come in during the breaks.
What tight golf shirt does he have on today?
I couldn't tell.
Oh, you can't
you think I'm going to be able to tell the logos of the different golf courses around here?
Zach Wheeler could do anything he wants. He's our hero. Okay. He is. I don't deny that. But, you know, the notion that our players never do anything wrong is just wrong to me. So I call them out when I think it's wrong.
I have the same energy to DeGrom and to everyone else that skipped the All-Star game.
Yeah. No, you
Good for you. Yeah.
You're okay with him skipping the All-Star game.
I am.
You're okay. You're on that side of the fence, too. I'm a lone wolf over here with this.
You're okay over there?
I like being a lone wolf. It means I see second level that a lot of people don't see.
Okay. That's how you feel about it?
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. All right. If I gave you the state, Pennsylvania, want to hear mine? Joe Namath, Joe Montana, Joe Paterno, Joel Embiid. Can you give me another Joe? Who would you put for Pennsylvania? Because so many people have an association with other states. That guy was just on hold. How could you forget MJ with the Wizards? Well, I mean, who in the world is going to put MJ as a Washington, D.C. when he has such an association for another state, right? You got to be careful. But native sons, Joe Namath of Pennsylvania, Joe Montana, Joe Paterno, Joel Embiid. Well, not Joel Embiid, but
Joe.
So I tried to go like native
Blanton.
states. Not Joe Blanton. Is there another Joe that would have an association with Pennsylvania so I can make it 5 Joes?
Joe Blanton.
Not Joe Blanton.
He's going to be the last pitcher to ever hit a home run in the World Series. Come on.
No, Joe Blanton.
What's the problem with
Joe Blanton got
Blanton?
a lot of airtime when the Phillies were in San Fran. Did you notice that?
Yeah. He's hanging out.
Yeah, he's got winery.
Yeah, Blanton wine.
Napa out there. Yeah.
You and him should catch up on the whole vineyard business.
We should talk some wines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's falling in love with the wine game out there.
All right, would you go Mike Schmidt or AI for Pennsylvania?
Probably have to, right?
Would you go to a Steeler? You know, the Joe Green, the Terry
There's
Bradshaw, the Franco Harris.
Forget that side of the state. That side of the state, come on.
I mean, that's part of the state.
Yeah, it is, but like, come on. Like,
how about if you go Sidney Crosby?
Oh, nah, I'm good. Thanks.
Can't go Sidney Crosby?
Pass.
Well, Pennsylvania's tough.
Yeah. Is it?
Native son Rasheed Wallace, we talked about it earlier. Did you go Sheed?
Sure. You go Sheed.
All right.
There's a lot of worlds you could go in. I want them all Philadelphia-centric, though. I don't really care for that side, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, but, you know, listen, if you're the governor of Pennsylvania, you live here, you got to include the other side, right?
You think they're going to elect me governor?
My good friend Josh Shapiro has to give notice to the other part of the state.
Yeah, it's his job. I'm not going to pander to that side of the state.
It's 12
They
o'clock.
wouldn't vote for me anyways.
It's the Mike Missanelli Show. You're listening to WPEN, WPN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. And we're broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studio, powering possibility. It is noontime. Enjoy your lunch, everybody, because it is now time for the News at Noon.
There's a whole lot going on in this world. It's time to catch up. Here's the News at Noon. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Oh, the News at Noon today, I believe, is going to start with the All-Star Game and Pat McAfee? Or no, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll get to Pat McAfee.
All right, we're going to get to him soon. All right, go ahead.
I was very kind to you. I cut out every bit of sound that came from Pat McAfee's mic within that segment.
Fantastic. Good work by you.
Yes, I know what we need to do here. All right. We will start with the home run derby last night and someone that is now my hero. I'm curious to see where you come down on this side of the debate.
Yeah.
The kid that robbed the home run.
Yeah.
Take a listen to how it sounded on the broadcast of the home run derby. If you missed it, Junior Caminero hit one to left field.
Yeah.
The kid makes a leaping grab. Looks like he stopped it from going over the fence. Here is how it sounded.
We think one of the Shaggers may have just stolen a home run. It's Ryan Sandberg all over again. Vlad Jr. is pointing out.
Oh, we got to get replay
to
review
left
on
field,
this.
Ellie De La Cruz. Oh, someone's going to have to escort that kid out of the park.
Aren't there rules?
Oh, they're spinning the fingers. Fernando Tatis Jr. wants a challenge.
They're counting it.
Caminero took the timeout.
They're showing the replay on the board in the stadium, and so everyone's going crazy.
No freaking way. No way. Oh, no way.
What are you doing?
Look at the kid on the bottom. Like, Andrew Jones in left center field. Oh, no.
Oh, his life has
buddy.
changed.
What is wrong with that little bastard?
Oh,
Serious. What are you kidding me? It's a home run derby. You don't disturb the flight of the ball if it's going to go out.
They're going to
What's
give
wrong
him
with
the
that
credit.
kid?
They were going to give him the credit.
Well, they had to have a little discussion about it. Why would the kid do it in the first place? What's he have to prove?
Mike, you're taught from a young age to go get that ball.
You're not taught anything. It's an exhibition home run. You don't have to catch the ball at all.
He's tracking the ball.
He's tracking nothing. He's tracking home runs. Let the ball fly. If it hits the wall, then you get it.
That kid deserves a scholarship.
That kid is a creep.
That kid is a hero.
Selfish little creep is what he is.
House,
Let the ball go, kid. It's not about you. You're just there to fetch.
And he did. He did his job.
He didn't do his job. Certainly, you can't be in agreement with that.
That should be number one on
You're
SportsCenter.
playing devil advocate.
This is pretty awesome.
There's no way that kid should be interfering with a ball in flight in a home run derby contest.
We have replay. If he did it at the local Little League during the home run derby, that'd be a problem. He did it when we got 27 different camera angles of that ball going out.
Oh, so they have to determine whether the ball went, instead of just letting it go to see whether it's going to go out or not, that kid's got to make a play on it?
He's got to make a play on it.
Doesn't make any sense. Tell the kid, don't interfere with the ball if it's going over the fence.
That kid's got instincts. He knew where that ball was going. He was tracking it, and he was trying to make a play.
That kid's a little bastard.
That kid can play for any team I coach.
Get him off the field, creep.
He's a star.
What's next?
All right, next up, we do get to the Pat McAfee show, so I'm glad I got you riled up before that.
Oh, thank you.
Rob Manfred on with the Pat McAfee show. McAfee, of course, Pennsylvania guy. Well, there you go. He's a Pittsburgh guy.
McAfee is?
He's a Pittsburgh guy,
That's right. He went to West Virginia.
Yeah, so he got into the conversation surrounding this Pirates team, the fact that people are like they're going to lose Skeens, they won't be able to keep Cruz, and there's basically no hope out there in Pittsburgh when it comes to their baseball group. Manfred issued what some see as a warning shot to the Pirates. I'm not so sure I see it that way.
It is a great sports town. There are tons and tons of really passionate Pirates fans who remember when the Pirates were a great team year in, year out. And they just want to look at the system and say, we got a fair chance to win when you're sitting around in February looking at, spring training and what the year's going to be like. And we need to deal with that issue.
We need to deal with the issue, meaning you have to install a bigger floor. So they spend to a certain limit rather than take the revenue sharing and put it in their pocket. It's a disgrace that city has a baseball team. We're not in the 70s anymore with Dave Parker and Willie Stargell and all those guys. Come on. Times have changed now. The big money teams can outspend you. That team should be required to spend a certain amount of money.
And I agree.
Or move it to a damn city that appreciates it.
Or sell it.
Or sell it.
I agree with you. Do you think that he's talking about a salary floor? Or do you think he's talking about the league looking for a salary cap?
I think he's looking for a salary cap. All executives like that would want a salary cap. However, because they work for the owners. However, when he knows he's not going to get a salary cap. So where he's going to wiggle around is the floor.
And I hope that's the case. I really do. I know some people are looking at this saying that maybe they're going to force him to sell. I don't think there's a chance that he's going to force that owner to sell.
Yeah, okay.
I think the salary floor is hopefully the way this would be going. But
move the Pirates to Nashville. Nashville Pirates.
Oh, don't take them from Pittsburgh. What are you going to do at PNC?
It's a nice park, but come on. That's a hopeless situation out there.
Sell the team. Sell it to a fellow Yinzer who's happy about baseball. Please, don't take him.
Why hasn't some rich owner emerged to take over that team?
I don't know, man. If you want to,
not a moneymaker. That's why. It's not a moneymaker.
That's a team that I would own.
You would own the Pirates?
Yeah.
I thought you hated the West Coast of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, if I get PNC Park.
All right.
That's a really good. That's a really good callback to you at the beginning of this segment. I would own the Pirates though.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, can we erase everything I said about Pittsburgh? I'll take the baseball team.
Yeah, you're not wanted as an owner now.
No. All right, dump all that audio. Last thing we got here. I just wanted you to hear this. They were getting into college football on ESPN. Dan Orlovsky was asked the question: Big Ten or SEC? Who's getting more teams in the college football playoff? The first team that comes to mind from the Big Ten for him is not Michigan. It's not Ohio State. Not anyone else but your Nittany Lions.
Dan, will the SEC have the most playoff teams this year?
I don't think they do. I think the Big Ten has the most CFP teams. I think that there's 5 teams from the Big Ten that I feel very confidently in making it. Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon, Illinois. And the 5th team is probably going to be either Indiana or Michigan. One of those 2 I do think is going to make it. At the SEC, I feel like 4 pretty darn good. Georgia, Texas, LSU, and then probably Bama. I think South Carolina can get into that conversation as well. So I think that the Big Ten could squeak out and have one more.
Illinois. I don't know about that, Danny.
Yeah, 5 teams is a lot.
Where did he say Penn State?
First one. First team that came off the mind.
First team that came to his mind is Penn State?
Penn State.
Play the song, Ray! Play it! This is the year! Da-da-da-da-da-da! National champions, raised on blue and white. Da, da, da. Yes, sir. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I can't sit here and say they're going to win national championship. They're going to be in. They're going to be in it. They're going to be in that mix. Hopefully, a quarterback takes them over the top.
For your sake, Mike, I hope so.
There will be no more criticism of James Franklin if that happens. I'm not so sure I like that.
You're telling me you would sacrifice a national championship for criticism of Franklin?
I guess I would have to come. I guess I would have to come to grips with the whole situation. All right, that is the news at noon for today. Thanks for listening, everybody. 610-622-0975. Back on the other side with some Jalen Hurts facts and figures, and it is a disgrace that he is not ranked as the 5th best quarterback in the league right now. We're back after this.
ESPN's Adam Schefter.
Does anybody find it ironic that we're already dealing with a Paul George situation? Oh my God! Hey, listen, it's gallows humor, right? I'm so exasperated by the 76ers situation that I almost have to laugh.
You have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to sit here and curl up in the fetal position.
Exactly. It's like either you laugh or you lose your sanity completely. But that's what we're dealing with again, with the two superstars. One has not been on basketball activities yet. One is now has arthroscopic surgery for something that he did working out. But rest assured, they're going to be sturdy to play all these regular season games. This is just an aberration. So,
They're back this year.
Look forward to the Sixers competing for the East.
This is what we live in. We live in a world of medical updates. My entire inbox, Mike.
Unbelievable. The 12 o'clock hour is brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 on purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. All right, I was reading some statistics about Jalen Hurts as a full-time starter in college and the NFL. 7 seasons, 7 playoff appearances, 4 title game appearances, top 2 are MVP Heisman twice, Super Bowl MVP once, 1 loss record regular season and postseason, 89-20. But you wouldn't know it by national standards or even local standards. I think that we kind of shirk Jalen Hurts' ability even in this town here. But this story in ESPN today was mind-boggling to me, where they rank the top 10 quarterbacks in pro football. And it was done by a guy named, well, who did this one?
Fowler wrote it. It was the execs, coaches, and scouts that he asked.
Okay. Jeremy Fowler did the story, but it was a survey of coaches. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Okay. Last year he was highest ranking. He ranked number 1 last year. Okay, I obviously. Josh Allen, 2. Now, I would trade Jalen Hurts even up for those first 2 guys. Number 3, Joe Burrow. I would probably trade Jalen Hurts straight up for Joe Burrow, right? 3. Number 4, Lamar Jackson. Would I rather have Lamar Jackson than Jalen Hurts? Probably. He's 4. Now, how on earth can you not put Jalen Hurts 5, considering what I just said, but also because he's played in 2 Super Bowls and won 1 of them? The coaches rank Jaden Daniels as the 5th best quarterback, Matthew Stafford as the 6th best quarterback, Justin Herbert as the 7th best, Jared Goff number 8, and then you get to Jalen Hurts at 10, just above Baker Mayfield. Now, what am I missing? How in the world do you put Jaden Daniels this early into his career ahead of Jalen Hurts, who has a better track record? What am I missing?
Daniels, Herbert, Goff. I always say this about Goff. If Goff had performed in the Super Bowl the way that he did with the Rams in this city, he never would have been forgiven. There would be no question that Goff would be the villain of all villains. If they put up 3 points in a Super Bowl, the man would have been crushed forever here locally, no matter what he did. And he had a nice season last year. I'm very interested to see how the Lions go without Ben Johnson, where he goes with that. But the fact that he's ahead of him is a joke. You mentioned Jaden Daniels. 1 year. Last year, when we were sitting around here at this time, C.J. Stroud was the second coming of the quarterback that everyone forever was going to adore. And now what? He's at the outside looking in at 10 again?
The bottom line is he doesn't, Hurts, get the respect that I think he should get at this particular stage. He's undoubtedly on my list undoubtedly be the next quarterback that I would take after those first four. Or at least rank.
100%.
So I don't. So what is missing where people look at this guy and go, nah, he's got to be a little down. He's like 9 on my list. Like where? What are we looking at here?
We got a texter here.
All right.
Unnamed texter from Jersey. Mike, you always talk about common sense and the eye test. You can't say that because Hurts beat those guys, he's automatically a better quarterback by argument, because that would mean he's better than Mahomes, and we know that's not true. Take Herbert, for example. By the eye test, the experts and GMs think if he's on the Eagles, they're better than with Jalen. I agree.
I don't know how you can agree. I really do not. You're mistaking a guy like a natural arm talent guy for a guy who has been able to win within a system that kind of flourishes with him at the helm. I don't know what you're missing here. Maybe you would be worse with Herbert. This guy has proven that whatever they do within the system works with him. So it's irrelevant to me when a guy performs and has this kind of a track record where he's actually won, and he's won repeatedly. I don't know how you can overthink it and say, well, they would be better off with Jaden Daniels, or they'd be better off with the guy in San Diego. I don't get it. I don't understand why you would make that leap. It's completely overthinking it when you have the data right in front of you.
It's amazing that you win the Super Bowl, and your Super Bowl win is judged by how many more quarterbacks you think that could do that. Like, he actually did it with the team. It's not that we're saying, this incredible supporting cast came up short because their quarterback didn't allow them to achieve the ultimate goal. They achieved the ultimate goal, and because they did that, it's like, well, I don't know.
Listen, there's a point where you have to give it up. There were a lot of people that didn't believe in Hurts when he came into this league and didn't believe in him early on. But there's a point where you go, well, listen, the accomplishment says it all at this point. So I look like an idiot if I put Goff and Herbert and Jaden Daniels ahead of the guy. 610-632-0975. And I'm going to tell you, Eagle fans kind of think the same way. A lot of Eagle fans think that way. The Mike Missanelli Show continues after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Ricky, get out of my studio. I have to do an update. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We are a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd and open up camp on July 23rd. The team's sole open practice is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30, and then the preseason slate opens up earlier that weekend, August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco hosts a special Birds Insider tonight at 6 o'clock to get you set for training camp. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We'll get an update on him in the lead-up to training camp. The Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie VJ Edgecombe was a full participant yesterday in practice. We'll keep you updated with what his status may be for tonight's game. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. Tonight is the All-Star Game, and it starts at 8 o'clock with live coverage on the Fanatic starting at 7. This update is brought to you by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They still exist at Batteries Plus. Their expert knowledge on batteries will have you on your way and good to go in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
A deal where we put a potential trade with the Phillies and another major league team out on the board. And this one was actually put forth by ESPN writer named David Schoenfield, where the Phillies would acquire Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins for Andrew Painter and Justin Crawford. Would you do this deal? Why or why not? Most of the people, I think it might be 100% majority, right, would say no, that they would not do that deal for those two prospects only getting one guy back, right?
Correct.
But when we added a relief pitcher named Yoan Duran, a lot of people were in on that deal to move Painter and Justin Crawford for Buxton and Duran.
As they should. He says, still staring up the ceiling, wondering whether or not they're giving up too much in Painter.
It's funny how one deal you go to giving up too much. When you add the relief pitcher, which cures two spots that you need, people are in on it, and all of a sudden they're not as loyal to those high prospects.
Yeah, it's very funny how quickly you can move up. I was curious, the call that we had, Anthony from Rio Grande, that said Justin Crawford was his untouchable.
Yeah. Well, Justin Crawford's a starter in center field for the next 7 years, at least. So that's significant. I think he is. I think he's one of those guys you can plug right in. I think he's going to be a really good player for the Phillies. Aiden Miller, I'm not so sure about. Justin Crawford, I kind of share that feeling. But listen, if the deal is Buxton and Duran, I have to give up Painter and Crawford. I have to. Because, listen, I want to try to salvage this season. I would like to have the season end in a championship. They're not there now. I don't know if they will be there after they make this deal, but I got to tell you that their chances increase incrementally. And that's all you can do. You got to increase your chances.
Yeah.
And hope it happens.
Buxton still is a hold-up in all this.
I know you're very afraid of Buxton. You think he's a glass vase.
Like I said, the last time he's had over 500 plate appearances, Max Kepler's 30 home run seasons more recent.
But he's healthy now.
Yeah.
He's healthy. You saw him last night whacking.
He's missed what? 15 games
already
this
those bats,
season?
man. How that fancy bats that the Victus company.
I know.
Got. Those guys have to. I think they have to order that what they want.
Yeah.
And they're that hand painter over there. I've been to that factory at King of Prussia.
I want to go so bad.
I actually bought a bat there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you using it or just for show?
I didn't think. I think I bought the grade that's below pro grade wood. Because it didn't feel as solid to me.
So you're using it though.
I've used it for BP, not in a game.
Okay. You afraid of it being solid because of what you paid?
It felt just a little thin. The other bat that I have, which is an X bat, felt a lot more solid.
I'm curious if I'm going to be able to use a torpedo bat in the Heyday Athletic League. If I could go to Victus and be like, you know what? I want to show up and just be a home run hitter for once in my life.
No, they would make you a special custom-made bat. Now, that's going to cost you
a lot.
$250.
Yeah. I want to just tour the place. I don't need a bat. I just want to tour the place.
When you go in there, you smell the wood. You smell the paint. The guy who does the airbrush painting on it is just a master. Those bats look amazing.
They look pristine.
Beautiful looking.
Yeah. It's tremendous.
Yeah. All right. Let me move on to Hurts again. We have a lot of Jalen Hurts texts because Nick Sirianni gets involved in this. And this story in the Philly Voice, it says, within the context of quarterback evaluations, you'll often see analysts with their chest out, proudly proclaiming that guys like Trevor Lawrence or Geno Smith are better than Hurts, or in the case that we talked about, Jaden Daniels and Jared Goff and who else am I throwing in there?
Herbert, Goff,
Justin
Daniels.
Justin Herbert. Better than Hurts, often going as far as saying Hurts was carried to a Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni gets quoted saying, I think that's bull feathers. I mean, he plays the most important position in all of sports, and it's the most ultimate team game there is. And what I admire about him is his selflessness of doing anything we need to do to win, whether that's throw, I mean, obviously, anybody who plays quarterback is going to want to throw it 50 times a game, but he'll do anything. If he has to throw 50 times a game, he's ready to do that. If he has to hand it off 50 times a game, he's ready to do that. And anytime I hear that, I just, it's like a nice debate thing that people like to have, and I get it. There are a lot of hours that TV shows and radio stations have to fill to be able to fill that debate.
Hell yeah.
I understand that, but we're talking about the most ultimate team game there is, and he does whatever he needs to do to win each and every game. And so you name me a team that wins and wins consistently that doesn't have good players around. You name me speak on my end, like you name me a coach that doesn't have good players around him that wins. All right, yeah, he says you don't win with bad players, and it's the same thing. You don't win with bad players if you're a quarterback either. It's a team game. So that always bothers me, to be honest with you, when it's talked about because it's football. And he goes on and on. Nick had a lot to say about this whole thing. Let's get to our text board. What are they saying about Jalen?
Frank from Philly checking in. Hurts has a better track record compared to Daniels. Daniels was a rookie last year. He took a bum franchise to the NFC Championship game. Jalen is not asked to do much compared to these other quarterbacks. He threw for 130 yards 3 out of the 4 playoff games last year.
True. Okay.
You agreeing with that? I mean, he's seemingly putting down Hurts here.
Repeat that again. I misheard that. Go ahead. Repeat that one.
Daniels was rookie last year. He took a bum franchise to the NFC Championship. Jalen is not asked to do much compared to these other quarterbacks. He threw for 130 yards 3 out of the 4 playoff games last year.
But Jaden Daniels should not be ranked ahead of Hurts. He shouldn't be. You can say all the accolades you want and put the numbers together. But the bottom line is there's no way right now it would be a sign of total disrespect to put Daniels ahead of Jalen Hurts. It would. You can't. You're thinking too much. The guy is accomplished because he wins. Jaden Daniels is maybe knocking at the door a little bit, but not now. He shouldn't be ahead of Hurts now. That's a Hurts hater. That's definitely a Hurts hater that wrote that.
Yes, we got another person chiming in on Hurts. If Stafford came to Philly with less weapons, Stafford came to Philly with less weapons, a weaker defense, and almost ended up beating the Eagles in the playoffs.
He didn't beat them. He didn't win the game. It doesn't matter what he almost did. A lot of that, we getting the ball down the field is because the Eagles were a little soft in coverage. He's a good quarterback. You can't put him ahead of Hurts right now. What else?
2 things. 1, even if the other quarterbacks had our roster, how much more success could you have had going to 2 Super Bowls and winning 1?
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Like, what did you want it to look fancier? You wanted the ball to be thrown down the field more? Like, I don't get what the people wanted. You don't give enough credit for a guy who doesn't make mistakes. That's part of winning football, when you don't make mistakes.
The one that gets me the most right now, I think, of all these is the Herbert conversation, because a lot of people say, well, the Eagles were run-centric. The Eagles asked him to do less to tone down the turnovers, and they had such a great defense. When you look at Justin Herbert last season, they started running the ball more. They got a more run-centric offense. They asked him to do less to cut down his turnovers, and he had the best defense in the NFL in points per game. All he had to do was not screw up the playoff game. He screwed up the playoff game. They lost. Like that to me, when you go Justin Herbert over him, I understand, oh, look, the big arm he's got. He just fits the prototype of what we're looking for.
He does. That's exactly the prototype.
I can't just, because the arm talent's there. Eventually, he's going to show it to you. I've got a guy that's already shown it to me. I've got a guy that's outplayed Mahomes twice in the Super Bowl.
It's amazing how people get involved in the prototype rather than the reality. 610-632-0975. On the other side, Rick from Easton is going to say why he would not make that deal with Minnesota, Buxton, and Durant. The Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia Union Soccer.
Picked in there by Quinn Sullivan.
Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Coming out of the All-Star break. They play the Los Angeles Angels. 3 games with the Angels. Pitching will be Luzardo, Walker, Suarez. Why? Why no Wheeler? Wheeler won't pitch until Monday against the Red Sox, which gives him 10 days. Why? He got his rest. He didn't pitch in the All-Star game. You would think he'd be ready to go as soon as they come out of the All-Star break. Why? Please answer the question.
Since the start of the 2018 season, Zach Wheeler has pitched 1,329 innings.
Yeah, and he's capable
more than
of
anyone
it.
else in baseball.
He's capable of doing it. He's one of those pitchers that's capable of doing it. He needs 10 days. Throws you out of rhythm.
If Zach Wheeler says what's best for my body is taking 10 days between starts, who am I to say you're wrong on that?
All right. Everybody. That's just the fur of the athlete. Forget the fact that you got to throw Taijuan Walker against the Angels. You may lose that game.
Taijuan Walker's going to start regardless at some point in this rotation. They are going on a 5-man rotation
I would
at this
start
point.
him as fewer times as possible because now he's also slated to pitch in that Boston series.
Are you more afraid of the Angels or the Red Sox?
Oh, excuse me. He's going to pitch against the Yankees in New York. Wonderful.
Okay. He's got to pitch. Like, he's going to pitch at some point. If Wheeler thinks it's better for his health not to pitch, then I'm okay with that.
Just say Wheeler for the Yankee series. Give him 13 days. Say him for the Yankee series. First game in Yankee Stadium.
He's going to pitch the 3rd game at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, okay. No, he's not. He's pitching
it's going to go Walker, Suarez, Wheeler.
Yeah, that's not determined yet.
Okay, I mean, I'm just following the order that they've got right now.
All right. Let's go to the phones. Rick and Easton, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Rick.
Hey, Mikey.
What's up, Rick?
So, I've been beating this drum for a year. Go big, go home. I want Rooker and I want Miller. I don't know if the A's will do that now, but I don't care if I have to give up Painter, Crawford, and Miller. Hold
on one second. Hold on one second. Rooker's a DH.
So what? You put Schwarber in left field. You know that most balls are hit with this pitching staff to left.
Rick,
Mike.
You can't play Schwarber in left field
Ben Davis
in a playoff situation. Yeah, but you talk about the playoffs. You want Kyle Schwarber in left field in the playoffs? You can't have that.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Because how many balls are hit?
No, you can't do it.
Staff.
Can't do it. You cannot play Kyle Schwarber in left field. Can't do it.
So you would give up the chance to have Rooker.
I need an outfielder. I need somebody who can play the outfield.
You're not going to get what you need, Mike.
Well, you might be able to. I'm certainly going to favor that before I'm going to get a DH here.
I'm sick and tired of the mites, and we hope that this guy works out, and this guy isn't going to get past his injury. Rooker and Miller are both healthy, and they give you that gauntlet. You have to have that gauntlet.
I get it. You can't play Schwarber or Rooker in left field. You can't do it.
We know you can't play Rooker in left, but why can't you play
I'm shaken to death that Otto frickin' Kemp has to play left field, much less Rooker or Schwarber.
I'd rather have Schwarber in left field.
Why? Schwarber can't play left field. What are you looking at?
What do you mean he can't play
He can't play left field. He's not an outfielder anymore. You play him one time every 2 months.
Mike, how many balls are hit to left field?
A lot of balls are hit to left field. What are you talking about? A lot of balls.
Right field
what is this, slow pitch softball? Everybody hits the ball to left field. What are you talking about?
You're going to see a lot of those Greg Luzinski fly balls all the time. Come on, Mike.
Rick.
You need offense.
Seriously.
You need a right-handed offensive hitter.
You can't have a bad left fielder. You can't.
You think he's going to be that much of a liability?
Yes.
He's got 60
yes, he'll never get to anything. Schwarber would never get to anything.
Mike, he has 25 doubles. He has 60 runs scored. He's got 60 RBIs.
I know what he's got. He can't play left field. Sorry, he can't play left field.
But listen, that's my opinion. That's your opinion.
All right, you got it. It's more than an opinion. It's obvious that Kyle Schwarber cannot be a regular left fielder anymore. He can't play out there. Come on.
This has launched our YouTube chat against one another on the fact that Schwarber did play left field in the 2022 run.
2022. This is 2025. He can't play left field anymore. They know that.
And Rooker also just signed a contract over the offseason with Oakland, the franchise formerly known as Oakland, whatever they're going by at this point.
Listen, I'm sure that the A's would deal him. I mean, what are they going to do with him? Seriously, they're a direct team.
You got to have someone play for you.
Get prospect for Justin Crawford as starter and Andrew Painter. They wouldn't give you Rooker and Miller. Maybe Miller would command a higher price, but they'd give you a Rooker.
I don't know.
DH.
DH is pretty valuable in terms of the offense he's giving you, the output he's giving you.
He's limited in when his value is because he's at DH. Would you make that deal, Miller and Rooker, and have to play Schwarber in left field?
It's not the first deal I'd make.
But you would make that deal. You'd be interested.
I mean, if I'm getting Miller and Rooker, yeah, I'm interested in.
I can't believe how we shirk defense anymore. You cannot have a bad left fielder out there. You can't.
We already
kill
do.
You out there. Schwarber will kill you.
Already. I mean, when Kemp's out there, are you confident in what they have in left field?
No, but Kepler's been fine as a defensive player in left field. Who knows how many runs he saved them defensively? His metrics are pretty good in left field.
Yeah, but he's been.
Otto Kemp scares the daylights out of me. I didn't want him to play left field in the first place.
I know that, but I'm saying if you always say with the JT conversation, what's your better option? In terms of a Rooker trade where you're moving Schwarber to left, what's your better option
all
right
right,
now?
so this is what you have to deal with. The fact that you get the bonus from Miller in that bullpen, which is significant. Would you be willing to bite the bullet that Kyle Schwarber or Rooker has to play left field? Would you bite that bullet? Most fans would bite that bullet. The people who know baseball would not. I guarantee you that the Phillies would not favor that kind of situation.
And I said it's not the first deal that I would make, but I'm not just totally throwing it to the side here. I'm not in a position where I have a luxury of right-handed power in this lineup.
Okay.
And left field has been something that's already been a hole for me in the lineup at least.
All right. Okay.
We have Otto Kemp out there.
Most people would like that deal because they know Rooker is a home run hitter. They know Miller's the guy that throws 100. Most people go, I'm in. But then you go, well, what do I do about left field? What do I do? Somebody's got to be a DH and somebody's got to play the field. Who would I choose to do that?
I'll be honest.
Can't have two DHs.
I'll be honest with you. I've started to try and map out our let's fake a deal trades through the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Rooker was not going to appear in one because I don't think he's moving. And I don't think that he's a logical piece with this puzzle. To me.
He's totally movable, though. Totally movable. For Oakland, what they're doing, why have they? Seriously, he's not going to be a linchpin for them to be a contender.
Yeah, but you have to hit the floor of what you're spending, and he's got a decently
What's his
affordable
contract? What's his contract that he just signed? He just signed a contract?
He signed
6
a
years?
5-year, $60 million contract.
5 years, $60 million is a steal, right?
Right, but they still have to spend money. Would you rather spend it on Rooker or someone who stinks?
Oh, they have to spend to a floor, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, he gets them to the floor? Is that what...
What they did in the offseason, I mean, they gave, what's-his-face, the one that's been complaining about all the pitching. He pitched for the Mets last year. Oh, my gosh, the name just totally escaped me for the A's. Severino. They gave him the biggest contract they could because they were spending to just make their way up, so they didn't have a grievance from the Players Association. Rooker, they give him that contract. I imagine they're like, well, $12 million for what he does for us? Yeah, all right. I'll sign up for that. Plus, we got closer to...
But still, they're in the market for prospects. So, I don't know. They have two good prospects like Andrew Painter, Justin Crawford. 610-632-0975. We'll return to our 50 states in 50 days with our next state, being somewhere in the Midwest. Mike Missanelli Show continues after this.
Fanatics Sports Update.
A week from training camp. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We're a week away from the Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd, open up camp on July 23rd. The team's sole open practice Sunday, August 10th at 6:30. It's a few days after the preseason opener. That one and slate open up Thursday night, August 7th at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco will host a special Birds Insider tonight on the Fanatic at 6 o'clock. Get you ready for training camp. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. We'll get an update on him apparently in the lead up to training camp. Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie BJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice yesterday. We'll see what his status is for the game tonight. Major League Baseball Home Run Derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event tonight. The All-Star game starts at 8 o'clock with live coverage on the Fanatic starting at 7. This update is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The Mercedes-Benz Dream Days are back with offers on vehicles like the 2025 E-Class CLE Coupe, C-Class and EQE sedan. Hurry now through July 31st. Learn more at MBUSA.com/dream. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
6:55, Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975 is how you get in via text or telephone. Well, did you see where Fox Sports clipped a few of their shows there, right?
I did see this.
So Craig Carton out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
And that guy who went over to join him, and Schlereth went over to join him, that show's no longer.
Yeah.
Nor is the one with Shady McCoy in the afternoon. What was that called?
The Facility.
The Facility is no longer facilitating.
Which, on a day where we're talking a lot about Jalen Hurts, Chase Daniel, where is he going to tell us that Hurts is not good enough?
No venue for Chase anymore.
Oof.
Shady wasn't happy about being zipped. I don't know anybody who talked about that show, by the way. Joy Taylor out as well.
Paul Pierce, his lasting legacy on television is going to be saying that he was the best pure scorer in NBA
that's
history.
Correct. Paul Pierce and that Joy Taylor show. Who else is on that show? Joy Taylor. Acho.
Paul Pierce.
Acho, right?
No, Acho was on the Facility.
Oh, he's on the Facility? Oh,
Yeah.
Acho out of a gig.
Yes. Acho, McCoy, Daniel. And this is probably why the shows got zipped, because I can't tell you who's on them. But yeah, tough day over there at Fox.
Yeah,
Jeez, a lot of turnover there.
Colin Cowherd survives.
Yeah,
but Craig Carton now, and the rumor is that he's going to go back to radio.
Back up to New York.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Didn't
Is there a slot with him? Did I work with Craig? Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you worked with him.
Yeah, I worked with Craig. Craig was a fill-in when I was at the other radio station back in the day. And he filled in a couple times, and we did a show together. And the one time I filled in for him, I think I told this story to you. Was the oyster cracker story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I filled in him with the oyster cracker story where I threw an oyster cracker at a guy and hit him in the back of the head. And the oyster cracker broke, and the guy scooped it up and sent it to me in the mail for a souvenir. But in any event.
But just to put a close on the people on those shows, the Facility also had James Jones. That's who I was forgetting.
James Jones.
And then it was Mark Schlereth and Danny Parkins are with Craig Carton.
Stink, as he's known, Mark Schlereth.
And
Danny Parkins moved from Chicago to join that show, right?
yes, he was on The Score out there, I believe. So, yeah, now he's...
Error in judgment, apparently.
Well, it sounds like he's sticking around.
Oh, he is?
Parkins, I think, I'm trying to read to figure out, because, you know, me, I'm a geek when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm reshuffling in my head. I'm playing program director for FS1.
Right.
It seems like they are going to keep him in some capacity. I don't know where, how he's slide around, what exactly Fox Sports has for him to do, but apparently he will stick there. But, yes, Speak is no more, which was Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, and Paul Pierce.
Keyshawn out of another job. Keyshawn's been moved around many times.
He has slid around quite a bit
Yes,
in
he
the
has.
media world.
All right, we're coming up on the top of the hour. And, Ray, I want to give you another state since I'm ripping this completely off of ESPN. 50 states in 50 days, where they go over some of the names that are associated with certain states. And we thought we'd have a little fun with that today. We went over, did we do Florida yet?
No, we haven't done Florida yet.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let's do Florida right now. Go ahead.
Tim Tebow.
Go ahead.
All right. Tim Tebow, start there. Trying to go where else I would go in that state. There's other Florida guys, obviously, that I haven't named.
Uh-huh.
That team that they had.
Oh, you want to go Yannick Noah? I mean,
Joakim Noah?
Joakim Noah?
Joakim
Yannick, his
Noah?
father.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go to Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah?
Take him.
Al Horford?
Horford. I was going to say Horford on that squad.
Corey Brewer?
Corey Brewer.
You're going to go
Billy
off.
Donovan. Am I throwing
Billy Donovan as the coach?
As the coach.
That's very nice.
Trying to bounce around elsewhere in that state. Florida State, Jameis Winston.
Okay.
We're going back to Florida for a second. Urban
All right,
Meyer.
This is who I had. Urban Meyer's a good one. This is who I had. I had Tebow. It's the first one that comes to mind. Emmitt Smith comes to mind.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade.
Miami, yeah.
Steve Spurrier. Gary Sheffield.
Wow.
Bust out.
Yeah. Not a name I had on mine. I would have... Miggy?
That's a good one. Miggy's a good one. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show. WPEN, WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. All right, we started today with the Home Run Derby, and if you watched it last night, one of the first things that came to mind was the bad camera angle for the home run derby. Did anybody watch the home run derby last night? I watched it. I'm fascinated by it. I love the camaraderie. I love the families being on the side. I love the when the players really root for their teammates in the home run derby. But the camera angle, where did they have that camera positioned? They had it so the shot was behind the batting practice pitcher. Was that camera in the stands in left field and telephotoed in, or did they have a standing camera somewhere in the outfield? Where would they have gotten that shot? And why would they have that shot where you couldn't tell whether the ball was going out or not?
I think it just has to be right there behind him, right?
So it would be on the field? So like they would be susceptible to line drives, the cameraman?
I doubt there was a cameraman, right? They probably
what, just stationary camera?
Probably.
How come the camera wasn't hit by the line drive last night? If the camera is in harm's way, chances are it would have got clipped. Those guys hit some searing line drives, man.
I guess I'm trying to find a picture of the actual field from yesterday so I could see the over-the-top.
Normally, the over-the-top view behind home plate is where they would do it because you can see the trajectory of the ball being launched like some golf drive. But they didn't have that last night. But anyway, Cal Raleigh wins the home run derby, and he advanced to a next round out of like a metric point. As far as he beat Rooker by like points 3 something.
None too happy with that too. A lot of people. They should have just done the swing off. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't give me the distance of the longest distance of a home run.
Well,
give these guys 3 swings.
With the distance, it's a good way to do it, though.
If it's 0.3?
Well, you beat them by 0.3.
Come on, give me 3 swings each. One, you put it out, and then you move on.
I don't know. If the rules were distance, then they measured it properly.
We were so close to not having the favorite win.
The other thing we talked about today is the doom of the Philadelphia 76ers, which continues with the news. They released it last night. Paul George had knee surgery, a little arthroscopic cleanup, they said, for an injury he suffered during workouts. Now, if you believe that this team is going to be healthy enough to contend in the Eastern Conference, I'm going to sell you a really bad rickety wood bridge that you can purchase real cheap for me. The people in Vegas, before this happened, had the Sixers in the 7th or 8th spot as far as the Eastern Conference, which is supposedly wide open. It gives me no pleasure to talk doom when it comes to the 76ers, but they make it so easy for you to talk doom. That, I've heard people on social media, this team's just cursed. They're not cursed. They put their own curse on their own team by poor management. That's what they did, and we all have to live with it. It's sickening to me.
It's just like we said.
And you wonder why they don't like me down there.
Yeah, but like who else? What was the other reaction to last night? Like, oh, well, good thing it happened in July because it's not the season. Like the reaction to last night was exactly that. Oh, here we go again.
They bought their own curse by mismanagement, by the faulty thinking that they could put together aging stars and that they would last, and an aging bench, and that would help. And now they want to toot their other horn that, well, we got younger and more athletic. You did? Where did you get younger and more athletic that's going to make a significant difference in how you proceed this year in the Eastern Conference? Yeah, you got a couple young guys, but I don't think overall you got younger as far as the impact. and that hasn't been settled yet, by the way. That's the longest negotiations I've ever seen. Quentin Grimes is the most important piece for the Sixers in the offseason. Think about that for a second. The whole world revolves around whether they sign Quentin Grimes.
Let's wrap this bad boy up, all right? What's taking so long with this? Let me go get Quentin Grimes back. Let me start talking about this backcourt again. Come on.
You might have to get another Grimes song. Are there any other Grimes songs?
I don't know. I've really started to like that tune.
Are you? You like that? Kill V Mame?
Yeah. A little shimmy to it. It's pretty good. You can't really dance in the chair, so it's about the best I can give you.
Yeah, Grimes also has, what is her other hit? Grimes' biggest hit is Violence. Oh, no, Flesh Without Blood.
Flesh Without Blood.
She's got her songs. Flesh Without Blood, Violence, Kill V Mame. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, really seems it. Like the music, terrified of the thought process.
She's a real sweetheart. She sings sweet songs.
Violence. Kill be maimed.
Violence and flesh without blood. Kill be maimed.
Yeah,
that's
totally good.
That's
yeah.
my girl Grimes. All right,
When's she touring?
I don't know. Check out her tour. Grimes tour. Let's go to Chris in Potts Grove. Chris, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Chris?
Ray and Mike, how are you guys?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Awesome, man. I want to touch base with you guys talking about the state of Florida.
State of Florida. What do you got? Yep.
Got to go with Charlie Ward. I think one of the best players to come out of Florida.
Charlie Ward, pretty good one. Yep. Charlie Ward, a Florida native. Yes. Okay.
Yes, he's one of the best coming out of Florida State.
Pretty good one. Yep.
Yep. I also got one for Ray too. If I can ask him this one.
Sure. Go ahead.
The best lacrosse player to come out of Springford High School would be Sean Erdman.
Are you aware of Sean Erdman, Ray?
I am aware of Sean.
You are?
Erdman.
Did he go to school with you?
I grew up across the street from Sean Erdman.
He grew up across the street from him. Look
one
at
of the best ever is that young man. He was one of the best.
There you
With
go.
Florida State, you have some really good players that came out of how about Warwick?
Peter Warwick's a very good one.
How about it?
Yep.
How about it? So I just wanted to add a couple players
Okay.
from Florida State pipeline down.
All right, you got it, buddy. Chris, adding some Florida players, right? We're going to come on the other side. I got to get to that Midwest team and see what you come up with here with the 50 states in 50 days on the Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975. We got a lot of Hurts texts we're going to get to after this. We return after this message.
We want to hear from you, so text us.
Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic. The Let's Fake a Deal that we did earlier at 11 a.m. We had the Phillies acquiring Byron Buxton for Andrew Painter and Justin Crawford. Most of the people have said nah to that, but if they throw in a relief pitcher, Jalen Duran, for Painter and Justin Crawford, would you do this deal? Why or why not? And I think we're both in on that deal, even though Buxton has some injury concerns. But getting two guys that would increase your chances to win a World Series, to me, would be worth it, including giving away Painter, who they don't want to give up.
No, they do not. And I think it's going to be a hard press for them to end up moving off of him. This is a move. When I read it, I was like, this is a little rich. Even when we throw Duran in there, I think it's a little rich for what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to give up Painter.
Okay. See, if they don't want to do this deal and this is available to them, then they don't want to win. It's as simple as that. They can't win without a significant upgrade like this.
Well, see, they don't want to win is discounting the risk with Buxton.
Well, there's a risk for everybody, right? I mean, I get it that he's been injured in the past. He's not injured now, and he's on fire. So, to me, you're acquiring fire. And if he gets injured down the road, maybe you rue that day. But it's a choice whether you don't have enough or you may have enough. And to me, I'd rather take into war the I may have enough instead of the I don't have enough.
Well, you're saying that as opposed to them doing nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be okay with them doing nothing.
Okay.
I just think that Buxton, as much as he's on fire now, I feel like I've lived 6-7 years of watching Buxton have a torrid stretch and then watching him slide into second base and being like, all right, well, that was a fun season for all of us involved.
If they do nothing and they had this deal and they determined it was too rich for them, how would you feel?
Oh, I wouldn't feel good.
Uh-huh.
That's what I mean. I'm not assuming they're going to do nothing.
Okay.
I operate under these deals as if their assumption there is something else they're going to try and do.
Let's look at the text board and see what the text board has.
The text board has started to debate the Rooker and Miller package.
Okay.
Chris and Philly, Rooker's played outfield this year. He can play outfield better than Schwarber, and he had an injury last year. The A's didn't want to have him in the field. Make the deal.
How many games has he played in the outfield? Can we get the Brett Rooker?
He has
started games in left and right field, though he's not known for his defensive prowess.
From what I'm seeing overall here, there has been 13 games in which he appeared in the field.
13 games in the field.
He has been subbed out for presumably defense because you're not subbing as bad. No, they've been up big in those games or down big in those games, so probably just subbed out in general.
Yeah, he can't play a position. He just can't.
It does not look as if he is.
All right, what else?
Someone trying to galaxy brain this one in terms of, again, the Rooker conversation. Let's take Castellanos, move him to left, Harper, move him to right, and one of Schwarber or Rooker plays first base.
Okay.
So Harper goes to right, Nick in left, Rooker or Schwarber plays first base, and you pull the trigger and do Painter and Crawford for those two. That gets you Miller and Rooker, and then you figure out the Rooker.
Crawford
situation.
in center, Castellanos in left, Harper in right, Rooker at first. No, you'd have to give up Crawford to get Rooker. So you would have to still go with Rojas and Marsh in center field.
Yes.
I wouldn't hate it. I know the Phillies aren't going to move Bryce Harper to the outfield.
Yeah, I think that's a non-starter at this point. Like, again, when we talk about let's fake a deal, I'm not mocking any deals for you for a first baseman at this point. I don't think they're going to ask him to do that. We've had enough conversation about his health.
I agree. They're not going to do that. All right, what else?
Some Florida names coming up. Dan Marino keeps popping up here as one.
Dan Marino, but you can also go Pennsylvania with Dan Marino.
You can. Marino a name. Jerome Brown.
Jerome Brown, pretty good. Miami.
An earlier text for the Joe you were looking for to complete Pennsylvania, Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier. Pretty good. A lot of Joes in Pennsylvania.
And a couple of Sixers texts here.
Oh, please, give me some Sixer texts.
We got David in Jersey here. The manner in which the Sixers management has handled this team is malpractice. They have mishandled this team to the point of oblivion in a wide-open Eastern Conference. I honestly don't believe we stand a chance because you can't get the best player on the court consistently.
Listen, Josh Harris is the owner of this team. Josh Harris thought he was doing the right thing by hiring a seasoned executive and putting it in his hands. Normally, I would like that. Normally, I think that's the way an owner should proceed. Due diligence and come up with somebody who can actually run the franchise. The guy hasn't done a good enough job. And so this is where an owner has to come in. And my problem with Josh Harris is I just don't think he knows enough nor wants to know enough about the sport part of this whole thing. I think he's just tied up in the asset part of it, and he doesn't have the instincts that this team has gone down in flames. Another owner might have that instinct. I don't believe he has the instinct. His attention is diluted by a lot of other things, including that Harris Blitzer thing, that they're always trying to expand their empire. It's not centric to the Sixers, and that's where I come down on ownership. You got to pay more attention to what's going on with your entity. You have to get more involved, even though normally I want owners less involved. You can't be oblivious to the way they're building this thing or not building it.
Still one of the more shocking things that Morey was the one to announce that he was back.
Yeah. The owner wanted no part of it.
The fact that he just got up there at the end of the season after the last game and was like, yep, Nurse and I are here to stay.
Yeah.
Even if you decide to bring him back, I just feel like that's something that comes from up above, right?
Yeah. No, you're right about that. All right, Ray, let me take a detour as we head to a break. Wisconsin, let's give you the state of Wisconsin and see how many you can come up with our 50 states in 50 days shtick.
All right, Rodgers for the Packers.
Rodgers.
Giannis for the Bucks.
Giannis.
Frank Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky from the Wisconsin Badgers.
That's right. Russell Wilson had a cameo over there, right?
Russell Wilson with the Wisconsin Badgers.
And Corey Clement.
Corey Clement. You went with Corey Clement instead of the other more well-known running back.
Yeah, one caught a touchdown pass for me in the Super Bowl.
Ron Dane.
Yeah, Corey Clement caught me a touchdown.
Okay, Corey Clement. All right, that's not bad. How about Paul Molitor?
Oh, that's good.
How about CC Sabathia?
That's really good.
How about Brett Favre?
Give me Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder.
Oh, who else could we? Did Denard Span play for the Brewers? I always get the middle of that. It's a name that just popped in my head. Yeah.
That's a name from the past.
Yeah, well, we're going bust out here. How
about Devontae Adams?
Oh, he's Minnesota. Devontae Adams. Donald Driver.
Yeah, there you go. James Jones.
I think what other? I mean, I could go Alan Lazard.
Lazard? How about the little receiver, Reggie Cobb?
Randall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Randall Cobb. Who's Reggie Cobb?
I don't know.
He's somebody, isn't he?
Who is
Reggie Cobb? There's a Reggie Cobb out in this world somewhere. Randall Cobb.
Reggie, let's see.
Reggie Cobb. Who's Reggie Cobb?
Reggie Cobb.
Who is he?
American professional football player, running back for 7 seasons.
There you go.
Played for Tennessee in college.
Reggie Cobb.
He was a Buccaneer.
There you go. I knew he was.
Oh, he was a Packer there for a year.
There you go. Reggie Cobb.
He was a Packer there for a year. 1994.
I knew it was a Cobb in there.
How did I not go Jordan Love?
Yeah, your boy. 610-632-0975 is how you climb into the show. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. Back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
A week from training camp. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. We're a week away from Eagles players reporting to camp for the 2025 season. They'll report on July 22nd, open up camp July 23rd. The team's sole open practice is Sunday, August 10th at 6:30. And in the weekend leading up to it on August 7th, they'll have their preseason opener at 7:30 against the Bengals. Andrew DeCecco hosts a special Birds Insider tonight at 6 o'clock to get you ready for training camp. Last night, we got an update from the 76ers that Paul George underwent arthroscopic surgery on his left knee following an injury sustained in summer workouts. So we'll get an update on him in the lead up to training camp. Summer Sixers back in action tonight against the Wizards. Rookie VJ Edgecombe was a full participant in practice yesterday. We'll keep you updated on his status for tonight. Major League Baseball home run derby was last night. Cal Raleigh continued the summer of the Big Dumper and won, becoming the first ever catcher to win the event. Tonight, the All-Star Game starts at 8 o'clock with live coverage on the Fanatic starting at 7. This update's brought to you by the Electrical Workers Local 269 Electrical Training Alliance. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269 and the Electrical Training Alliance can offer a career with no college debt. To learn more, go to IBEW269.com. I'm Ray Dunn on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
126, Mike Missanelli Show, 610-632-0975. Really empty week with nothing going on. It's a shame. This week for sports. What do you do? If you're used to stuff being on television every night that you can tune in, what do you do? Ray, you know what HBO's running right now?
What are they running?
The Wire.
Would be a good time for me to jump in.
Replay of The Wire they're doing. You should jump in.
So is it just like a marathon, or?
It's a marathon.
Oh. So when did they start the marathon?
Well, they started already, so you missed several of the episodes. So you would have to on-demand it.
I should have taken the week off.
You can always on-demand it.
Can I?
Yeah, you can always on-demand HBO and get The Wire. I would suggest you do that.
They just switched Max back to HBO Max, right? Because they realized that their branding was better that way.
You have HBO Max?
I'm sure I could steal it from someone.
Probably steal it. Get it on your laptop.
Yeah, I don't have it logged in on my laptop, is what I can tell you.
By the way, I missed. I would try to. I tried to get the CNN show on Live Aid, and I couldn't find it on the on-demand. What do I have to do? Do I have to get that on my computer?
Let's see.
Do I have to YouTube that? Get that YouTube computer episode there?
Live Aid. CNN.com.
Should be able to get it on demand. But I tried yesterday and it wasn't listed.
How to stream Live Aid. Here we go. Okay. I don't care for your newsletter. I just want to know how to watch.
You do it on computer, online. YouTube.
Trying to see where they're saying it's streaming afterwards. Hulu?
Hulu.
No, Hulu Plus Live TV. So that's way more than what we're rolling with here. It'll be on again.
Well, CNN, why don't you list that on demand? How many shows do you have there that people are going to on demand?
Oh, yeah, you can watch it on CNN.com.
CNN.com.
And it says Xfinity. I don't know what your cable situation.
I don't have Xfinity.
You have Verizon?
Yeah.
Oh, it says Verizon, too.
It does?
Yeah, I'll dump this on you.
What the hell? Tried to get it last night. Didn't come up.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know what they're trying to do to you, Mike.
I don't know what they're trying to do either. I want to watch a show, say on demand, go to CNN app, and boom, didn't appear. Let's go to my man Uncle Frank checking in Westchester. Uncle Frank's going to have an opinion that is contrary to mine, right, Uncle Frank?
Damn straight, Michael.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Zach Wheeler's world. Everybody's just walking through it.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
Hang on. Mm-hmm. Do you know, guys, when Bill's Club hosts an outing, they don't serve kegs of beer, at the turn or the 18th?
What's the punchline?
Confirm nor deny, but my sources tell me they serve kegs of spiked cider. I was going to go moonshine, but I chose.
No, I think what they serve is unpasteurized milk. Moo!
Hey,
Moo!
I can't get enough. All right, listen. Wheeler decides to forego the All-Star game, and I am down like 4 flat tires. Look, I don't give a rat's ass. My sister's petunias. He's not pitching. He looks at the bigger picture, and I'm all for it. And he's going to.
Oh, stop with what's the bigger picture? What's he going to do? Like break rocks for 3 days? He's going to pitch 1 inning.
Rest of the season.
He can commute from home. He pitches 1 inning. He goes back home. What's the big hardship?
Yeah, I know he's in Atlanta.
10 minutes from the stadium he lives.
You Calabrese head, you. Get the hell.
I'm not a Calabrese head. Some things are bigger than the individual. The All-Star game is bigger than the individual because you're serving fans.
And I appreciate your passion. And listen, when I remember as a kid punching out the ballots and you want to see the team with the red tee hat. I mean the player.
Exactly. It's a source of pride. My guy's out there pitching. Look at that. He fanned 2 to 3 hitters. That's fantastic. Now go back home.
Source of pride. They're fielding a player on a team that won't even win, 50 games.
Uncle Frank, he's got to get ready for the second half. Like he's scraping his testicles over broken glass going to an All-Star game. Crying out loud.
Hey. It's Colin Jones. Can I get a state or no? Can I get it?
Yeah, you want a state? All right, let me give you Colorado.
Colorado Rocky. Well, wait a minute. We got God.
Colorado. See, you freeze up in the moment, don't you?
No, I just said, what's the matter with you? Elway.
Elway, that's one.
I may go old school. Oh wow. Haven.
You're out. You're out. You got this. You got this. You got this Ziggy, Uncle Frank. Let me help you out here. If you're going Elway, you go Terrell Davis. Now I got some baseball guys for you. Larry Walker, Todd Helton, and I got a hockey guy for you. Patrick Waugh.
Wow.
Or Joe Sakic. Or Peter Forsberg.
Look at you.
Colorado's in my wheelhouse, baby. What else you got for Colorado?
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders as the University of Colorado?
Shador Sanders. Travis Hunter. The new wave out there in Colorado.
How about this one bust out? Charlie Blackmon.
Ooh, I like that one. That's pretty good.
It's a pretty good one.
Tulowitzki.
Troy Tulowitzki.
Tulo.
Not bad. How about Vinny Castilla, the third baseman?
Wow. Matt Holliday's getting a lot of press
Matt
these days.
Holliday's a good one. Excellent for the rock pile.
I'm trying to think of the starting rotation of those, like,
Who did they have? Did they have an ace back then?
I'm trying to think who was the pitcher at that point.
They had a young guy who was a phenom early, and he blew out his arm. Not that long ago either. The hell's that guy's name? He started off like crazy.
Oh, and Menez, I remember being crazy for him.
Was it Jimenez?
Baldo Jimenez was who was crazy.
Yeah, Baldo
He was
Jimenez.
crazy for them for a while. Jeff Francis was on that 017.
Baldo
that beat them.
Jimenez is who I'm thinking of.
Menez, he ended up.
That's a pretty good one.
2011 or 2010, he was an all-star, but he was.
The rock pile was pretty good in 2007. As we well remember.
Yes, hated that team.
All right, here, give you another state. Massachusetts.
All right. Let's Marcus Camby.
All right, Marcus Camby. I went John Calipari.
Yeah.
Who was the coach of that team?
Correct. UMass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If we're going to go the state itself, Brady, Belichick.
Okay, Brady.
David Ortiz.
Belichick. David Poppy.
And
I got a hockey bust out.
I've got a name that I just want to say for the joke of it because I watched him do the pregame show the other night up there in Fenway. Papelbon.
Jonathan Papelbon. He did a pregame show.
He does the pregame.
Does he
pre-post for
really?
them up there.
That fool does the pregame. He does TV.
I'm glad
that goof.
I'm glad you cleaned up and said fool.
Yeah,
there was a lot of words I thought you could go describing him. Fool is the one.
Yeah, that meathead.
Yeah.
How about Brad Marchand?
Ooh, that's good.
Pretty good one. Now you can go old school. You go Bobby Orr. You go Bill Russell. You go Roger Clemens. You go Jason Tatum. Poor guy. He's got a cast on his leg right now. All right, 610-632-0975. We got Chuck on hold. Chuck will get to you. And we got a lot of text to get we have a lot of text to present as we're coming down the home stretch. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Hey, everybody. It's
The Fanatic, yeah, we're coming down the home stretch. I just happened to be looking and browsing that social media during the break. Did you see the viral video of Jackson Dart throwing the ball like 75 yards to a jet ski?
No.
You didn't see that?
I did not see
you
this.
You got to check this viral video. It's going, I don't know where he is, but he's on the wharf. And a jet ski takes off. And he lets the jet ski go, and he hits it on the button. The guy dropped the pass. There were two guys on the jet ski. He hit it like a direct hit to the moving jet ski, like 75 yards away, and the guy in the back dropped it.
I love the New York Post headline for this. Jackson Dart viral passing video has Giants fans thirsting over rookie quarterback.
Yes.
Save our franchise.
Yeah, thirsting. with the it's a pretty impressive throw, though.
I'm just looking for the video. I click on this link. I've got 25 ads before I get to see a video. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of looks like the jet ski slows up. Think he left it a little.
Slows up. Well, I guess the jet ski's got a time to pass. The jet ski takes off like a bat out of hell, and then he launches it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It does seem, if we're going to be honest about our criticism of passes.
All right, well, you got to give the jet ski some credit then.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. Good job.
He had the good pace to get to the spot.
Absolutely. Got to the spot, reacted, read where the football was. Great job by the guy driving the jet ski.
Pretty good launch, though.
Poor work to drop that pass.
Yeah, it is poor work to drop the pass. It was right there.
If you're going through all that work and he drops it, right at the breadbasket, you got to make the catch.
Yeah, there's no question.
So disappointing. Do we know who was
on the jet ski?
Dropping the pass? Because I would hate to find out that it's.
I don't think it's a Giant.
I mean, well, if it was a Giant, that wouldn't surprise me if he dropped the pass. But
I think it's now Nelson Aguilar.
Rager finally got it.
It's Jalen Rager. All right, yeah, it's a pretty interesting video. All right, let's go back to the phones. We got Chuck in New York checking in. Chuck, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up?
How we doing today? Chuck in New York. Is Chuck at home in Marion Station?
Oh, Chuck at Marion Station. How you doing, Chuck at Marion Station?
We're doing great.
Awesome.
3 quick takes.
Yes.
1, I bet your boy Papelbon loves Pat McAfee.
2, probably. They're one and the same.
Yes.
2 balloon heads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2, if you're going to bring up Colorado, shouldn't we bring up Joker? I mean, back-to-back MVP.
Yeah, I guess Denver the Denver Nuggets. Joker would be in there. I just thought of some other ones. Before Joker came up, I thought of some other ones. Interesting the way your brain works with this stuff. First guy I came up with was Larry Walker. I don't know why, but Larry Walker's the first guy I wrote down.
I mean, my first Nugget's not even Joker. I can't remember his name. But 3, The Wire is the best TV show of all time. The best season of all time, though, was the first season of True Detective.
I watched that first season, and it was mysterious, and it was addicting, but it didn't really go. At the end, did not go that. It was predictable.
I mean, I thought it was just, those two together was amazing. If they wanted to revive that whole series, they'd do a season 2.
Who had a great scene in there? That Michelle Monaghan.
Yeah.
Yeah, spectacular.
But she wasn't in season 1 though.
She wasn't. Is that what? She wasn't season 1. I thought she was season 1. She did the sex scene with.
She was. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was Woody's wife.
Yeah, she did. She did the sex scene with Russ Cole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rusty Cole.
Yes. Rust, his name was, not Rusty. Rust.
Wasn't it Rusty?
It was Rust. No, it was just Rust.
Oh.
See?
Well, you got me there. But I am spot on with Jalen Hurts at the nickel spot. I mean, the guy's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's like, he had such a great offensive line in Saquon. We didn't have Saquon when we were 10-1. And I don't blame Jalen for that.
Listen, no matter how you want to slice it, you can't qualify it. You can't over-qualify it and say, well, his team was good. That's why he was good. He's the most important position on the field, and they won with him. And so, to put these other guys ahead of him is ridiculous.
Absolutely. I mean, isn't he the only person on the list other than Mahomes that's gone to 2 Super Bowls?
I assume yes. He is.
I mean, and he's won one of them.
Yeah.
And he was the best player in both those games.
People overthink this. They overquantify it with, he's got all these weapons and he's got this great offensive line. That should be irrelevant to the achievement part of it.
I mean, people weren't cracking on Mahomes when he had Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I just think it's ridiculous. It's like people like overthink this thing too much, and they want to show people that their insight is so wonderful instead of doing the obvious. Like, there's no way you put Jaden Daniels right now over Jalen Hurts. You just can't. It's a violation. It's like, you lose your credibility when you do something like that. And you can't put the other two jokers ahead of him either, the kid in San Diego and Jared Goff. I mean, come on.
The Goff one is so
ridiculous.
So funny to me.
Yeah.
That he gets a put over Hurts, because I just think back to that Super Bowl and the way he played in that Super Bowl. And if Hurts had played like that in the Super Bowl, either of the two times that the Eagles have been there with him, we'd be having a conversation where, is he even a top 10 guy?
I mean,
is he even
this Justin Herbert thing gets out of control. It's like so out of control. It's like people look at it, oh, he's the prototypical quarterback. He looks like a quarterback. He's got all the attributes of a quarterback, so therefore we're going to rank him. He hasn't done anything. You can't. Maybe he does something in the future, which would enable you to move him up on the list. Right now, the other guy has done it. He should be fifth. Let's get it back to the text board.
All right, I got
text board is humming.
Jasper and Sicklerville upset with me for minimizing the stunt that Jackson Dart performed on the jet ski. You can minimize it all you want, but that kid can flat out throw the pill.
Well, Giant fans are so invested in the new flavor, Jackson Dart.
Is it going to be Dart? Is it going to be Russell Wilson? Who's going to be the one to lead him to 5 wins this year?
Nobody cares about Russell Wilson up there. It's all Jackson Dart. Oh, he's our future. We finally got a guy who's our future. Come on, man.
Think he starts week 1?
Come on. No, they'll start Wilson.
Yeah. We got a couple people upset for a big-time miss on our Massachusetts list.
Uh-oh.
Dr. J.
Yeah, first of all, he's from Long Island. Second of all, he made his bones with the New York Nets. Third of all, the 76ers identity, I don't know, it kind of dilutes the 1 year or 2 years he played at UMass, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's not the first person I think of Massachusetts just because he's, in my
the first person
eyes,
I think of is John Calipari.
Yeah, Calipari's a good one.
And you got a good one, too, Marcus Camby.
Yeah, just jumps to my mind there. Another name that we got here for Massachusetts, Trot Nixon.
Trot Nixon. Yeah. He'd be way down on the list. Trot Nixon.
This is just something that popped up.
He was a nice player, but my God, Carlton Fisk, you want to go to all the great Red Sox? Carl Yastrzemski, you want to go Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, all those guys?
Just another one that popped up. We got things, we got Roy Halladay as a Colorado for the fact that he was born there.
Roy Halladay, he was born in Colorado? Was he? He's a Colorado man?
According to the text.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought that's too obscure.
In real time.
I would have never gone there.
Yes, Colorado.
Yeah, he would be on my Toronto list.
Yes, he would be on my Toronto list as well. Toronto, if we want to go there. Kawhi.
By the way, now you got me thinking of that UMass team with Marcus Camby. They went to the Final Four. Camby. Remember who the backcourt was? 2 guys from Puerto Rico. They had 2 Puerto Rican guards. Padilla and Travieso. Check it out.
Wow.
Do a fact check.
I believe you. When it comes to those teams, I won't doubt you.
Carmelo, Travieso, and somebody, I forget Padilla's first name. Unheard of. He got 2 guards from Puerto Rico that started on that team with Marcus Camby and I forget who else was there. There might have been a Philly guy on that team. There might have been a kid from Philly was one of the forwards.
Padilla.
Weeks, yeah. Tyrone Weeks, I think.
Tyrone Weeks, absolutely. 6 man on that team.
Tyrone Weeks.
Yeah, Tyrone Weeks averaged 6 points.
Was Lou Rowe on that team?
Lou Rowe, not the 96.
No? All right. Who else was the forward with Camby?
Dana Dingle and Dante Bright.
No, Dante Bright. Dana Dingle, of course, Temple name. There was a Dingle went to Temple, right?
A Dingle, yeah.
All right, let's go to Mark in North Carolina. Mark checking in. Mark, why is Jalen Hurts ranked so low?
Okay. How you doing, Mike? It's Mark.
What's up, Mark?
A couple times. You sent me the hat and everything. I talk to you every once in a while.
Absolutely.
How
How you making out?
Good, buddy. Good. Everything's okay. I'm on my route right now. I'm on the mail route now.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah. And I'm listening. I said, you know what? I know what it is. I meant to call him before. Okay. Here it is, real quick. All right. When we got Carson Wentz not too long ago, okay, he was a prototypical quarterback. It was the quarterback we always wanted. He's a country quarterback. He's got the big arm. He's a big kid. He just looks like a quarterback.
Yep.
So we pick up Jalen Hurts. Okay, he's supposed to be his backup. Okay, fine. Everything. So what happens is Wentz goes nuts. He loses it. Okay, he can't take the fact that he has Hurts behind him. Basically, he gets hurt. He loses everything. Hurts wins the Super Bowl, and now what I think it is our fans. I think we just think that it's too good to be true to have what we have. We don't actually stop and think and say, you know what? Look what actually happened. After all that, I was like, Hurts, he's second round, blah, blah, blah. And he wound up winning the Super Bowl. No matter who we got around him, no matter anything that happened, the fact that he won a Super Bowl and the fact that Carson Wentz went out like that, it scarred us. So
All right, wait a minute. So you're saying that the Philadelphia audience doesn't appreciate. I'm talking about the national people don't appreciate Hurts.
Well, yeah.
You're taking it local as well?
Yes, the Nationals, because they're just haters. They're just haters, basically. That's what it is.
Here's what I think it is. Here's what I think. Everybody is intoxicated by the big arm. The QB arm is everything to most people. So they look at that and they go, Hurts doesn't have the big arm. He's got certainly enough arm to get it done. But people look at these other guys throw the ball so smoothly and accurately and with velocity, and it intoxicates people who evaluate quarterbacks.
That's right. And all I know is that when Hurts has the ball at the end of the game, they even actually asked the question one of the channels. They were saying, would you rather it be the Eagles were down and they had the ball driving for a touchdown, or would you rather the Eagles defense be in the field? Everybody picked Hurts. Everybody wanted Hurts. So that doesn't count for anything?
Yeah.
I mean, he runs, he makes it. He's just going to make a play every time. Now, every time they have a drive, I say to myself, he can do it. No matter what happens.
I agree. He's convinced me. I have confidence that he can do the same thing. He's won me over as a compliment. Yep.
Yeah, he's a winner, Mike.
All right, Mark.
He's a winner.
You got it, buddy. Thanks for checking in, Mark. Good to talk to you. There you go. He's a winner. But I do believe that everybody is intoxicated by the arm of a quarterback.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give you that. But he gives you enough, but he doesn't give you, everybody looks at Justin Herbert. Oh, he's an Adonis. He's tall. He's statuesque. He fires.
The interesting thing is, though, in this top 10 that they put out there, they do mention, where is it? The deep ball here. They mentioned the deep ball at one point. He's also one of the game's most accurate passers, ranking first, and throws a beautiful deep ball. Like, even for, where he's being underranked, they're still giving the praise that he deserves in that moment.
Yeah.
They're just not actually applying it to the rankings.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy. Anyway, 50 states in 50 days. We're going to continue this the rest of the week. But obviously, tomorrow is General Knowledge Wednesday. So I'm going to give you one more state before we get out of here. Unfiltered is next, so stay tuned for that. Arizona.
TJ McConnell.
TJ McConnell. Go ahead.
Rondé Hollis Jefferson, just because I watched
Rondé Hollis Jefferson, the Temple Connect.
Aaron Gordon. All right, now let's go Kurt Warner and Larry Fitz.
Kurt Warner, Larry Fitz, pretty good.
Randy Johnson, if we want to keep rolling.
Well, that's pretty good. You got enough. I went with Lude Olson, Jake the Snake Plumber.
Pretty good.
Sean Elliott, Andre Iguodala, and Richard Jefferson.
All right. Pretty good group.
A lot of Arizona Wildcats in there. I didn't go Cardinals, and I didn't go Diamondbacks.
No, we didn't go Arizona State. James Harden fits in again.
You go, how about Gonzalez for, what was his first name? Juan Gonzalez? No, not Juan Gonzalez. That was the guy, the Texan. What's the Gonzalez that won with the blue pit? The outfielder, left-handed outfielder. He won the World Series with that blue pit.
Oh, crap. Yes.
What's his first name?
Luis? No.
Luis Gonzalez, yes.
Luis? All right.
Luis Gonzalez. Stay tuned. Unfiltered is next. Have a great night, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.
Fanatic Sports